1. Kitty Sprinkles.
Hello.
I'm sorry? Did what I hear?
Good night, everybody. No,
I said it before the camera rolled.
you know what? There's only one way to open this thing. Hello, gods and goblins, deities and deviants, and everyone in between. Welcome to another session of Legends of Zindris, the Lich-King's Legacy, or Blood Under the Mountain. But a different setup this evening. We were trying to get a battle cam set up, and while we do have the battle cam, we had to kind of had to give up one of our other angles. So we're trying to get that'll be taken care of week after next, which we'll get into that here in a second as well. But,
No, you go on.
Oh, okay. But first, as always, we have some announcements to get into. Then we'll get into an introduction, a quick recap, and then the story shall begin. So, first, announcements. I cut to my PR team. Night Rain.
Hi, and me. We are not going to be streaming on Sunday next week on March 10th because March 9th and 10th we will be in Lafayette, Louisiana at Louisiana Comic-Con. Moffat and another fellow DM from Heroes Haven will be doing one-shots all weekend. So come see us. Please.
Have fun.
We're going to have fun. We're going to be Chaos Gremlins.
I gotta see if I can go.
Yeah. Moffat, is there anything you're going to do in these one-shots? Because
Yes.
my notes here says, let Moffat speak.
I am down to I've got only 3 left to do now. I am turning some of the more known and beloved characters from the Smash Brothers series into 5th edition stats. And my one-shots will last about an hour to 2 hours. Will be a Smash Brothers brawl.
Final destination, no items?
No items for sure, except for I'm working on a weird mechanic for like Nat 20 Smash Ball type stuff.
I was making a joke, but
No, yeah.
okay.
He's thinking about these things.
I'm thinking about these things. But it's gonna be like it's gonna be interesting. I cannot wait for it. So yeah, looking forward to going to the Cajun Bowl. Is that what it's called?
The
Cajun
Cajun Dome.
Cajun Dome. I'm sorry, the Cajun Bowl is something else.
Cajun Bowl is the game played in the
Yeah.
Cajun Dome
I was
for...
going to say the Cajun
Oh,
Bowl is where the
gumbo.
gumbo is.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. At the Cajun Dome this Saturday. Look forward to seeing everybody there.
Typically preceding our live cast is our friends playing Stigante, Scars of Midgar, hosted by Eldersaurus, formerly known as Elderfin. They're typically before us, but I think they took today off. But they are on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube's. Just look up Stigante Sagas, I believe.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna do some Sanglish plugging here. With the Comic-Con, Heroes Haven, the LGS that I work for, is hosting the D&D one-shots, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon Magic tournaments all weekend. We're also going to have axe throwing and board games. It's going to be fun. Come join us. We have a bunch of stuff that you can buy, like D&D tabletop and
Just nerd
Card.
related.
yeah, you know.
I'm not for sale. I mean,
Depends on the price.
sponsors.
$5 a chair at the table. Additionally, our friends at the Hesitation Station podcast will be there as well. They're amazing. They run a nerdy podcast. You can find them on Spotify and Apple, whatever Apple is, because I don't have Apple, so what is it called?
I don't know.
Spotify, Apple
Apple?
Podcasts, and Apple iTunes.
Sure. I don't have Apple products.
I use Castbox.
I wish I didn't have Apple products.
And we got more stuff from the team. Like Jeff here does role-playing in video games and does stuff on YouTube. Jeff, you talk now. That's one of my notes.
I will talk now.
Thank
We need to
Cole.
fire
That's
your
so
writer.
I wrote this in the car like 5 minutes ago.
Your script needs editing.
Aw.
It's okay. It just needs editing. But yes, I
I
do
don't know
have
where my other
a
script went.
It's okay.
I do have a YouTube channel called Dark Traveler Productions where I do RP series primarily with Elder Scrolls Skyrim. Where I'm going to do Ragnar's Quest. I'm going to be continuing that here soon. And Grim Tales, where I get to play as a age-old favorite from Natural Ones, Grim, just doing random shenanigans. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
My cup went missing.
Me too.
You.
My
You have announcements.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I, as well as Moffat, I also have my own small business, Tabletop Troop. It's run by me and my co-owner, Frank. And
Hi, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
Frank.
Thanks,
Hello,
Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you, Tech Goblin, for my cup.
You're welcome. And I'm gonna be hosting another session of the Feywild on Fridays. I was originally gonna start this Friday, but if I do go to the con, would not be ideal. So it's gonna be starting the 15th. If anyone on here is interested in doing a VTT, Feywild, Wild Beyond the Witchlight online, 7:30 Central. So take that as you will, wherever you are, and yeah.
Can confirm, great dungeon master with Faye Beyond the Wildlight. Wild Beyond the Witchlight.
It's something like that.
Bit beyond the wild.
I think there's something wrong with my cup, you guys.
And also locally, if you're in the Heidelberg area or near Heidelberg, Cat Cafe will be starting D&D on not this coming Monday, but the Monday after the con, the 11th. We'll be having in-person sessions in the store with the kidders on the table. It's going to be fun. So if you're interested in playing D&D in person at the Cat Cafe and helping support two local small businesses, come join us.
And I saw some of the pictures and saw the kitty cats.
Kidders are cats, by the way, not children.
I was going to say, why are you letting
Oh,
children
yes.
on the table?
With 2 teeth.
Also,
Yeah.
Which means that they're only slightly more, handleable.
also,
Yes.
our wonderful Tech Goblin
Oh, hi.
is
Yay!
Retney, or
Hi,
the Bobbin
Brittany.
Goblin.
Get the audience a wave.
Hi. I brought the thing I promised to bring this time. I brought my
Yes.
dice lights.
Elmer has been updated.
Speaking of
Elmer
dice,
is now blinged.
our friends at Dice Nights.
Yes. The amazing people over at Dice Nights, the great guild master known only as Jack. Thank you so much to them. Wonderful people. They do a live action D&D style role play at the various Ren fairs that happen across the country. We met them at the Ren Fair in Hammond, Louisiana. Had a chance to play within that role playing game and fight the Rougarou, which those of you who know anything about the mythos around Louisiana and the Bayou and those sort of stuff.
It's our own local cryptid.
Local, or one of the many local cryptids.
There's a lot.
Many local cryptids.
Yeah.
But the more probably more
Notorious.
popular one, the notorious
Yeah.
Rougarou. We fought it. We barely survived it, and our own Night Rain resurrected a zombie vampire.
I still have him. His name is George.
But yes, the guild master, dungeon master Jack, thank you so much for a wonderful time. We look forward to playing again when we go back to the Hammond Ren Fair in December. That's such a long way off.
I'm not opposed to having a day where all of us go.
I'm fine. But please check them out on I think they're on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Dice Nights Adventures. K-N-I Dice Nights Adventures. Go check them out.
Music.
Yes. The music you will be hearing tonight for various points and also during combat is provided by the amazing app known as Pocket Bard. They have a wonderful Discord, very active, all new kinds of different scenes and settings. I know they've now got seafaring, they've got sci-fi. For those of you playing Helldivers 2, who you need the help of us Halo players, just please get word to Sony. I want to play that game. I mean, but yeah, the amazing application, Pocket Bard, wonderful selection of music, totally free to use, great to download. It adds so many levels into your gaming. I highly recommend it. Pocket Bard, thank you guys so much.
In a musical podcast.
Yes, I almost forgot.
We talked
Do you
about
like
Stone.
Broadway musicals? Do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Do you like jokes made about herbal recreations? Then please go check out the wonderful online podcast put on by amazing Broadway musicians and actors known only as Mythic Thunderlute. We need to get the love it so much.
It's a guitar riff. Right?
It is the story is run by the story is run by the game master Michael Dougherty, who I had the privilege of talking to. A well-known name within the Broadway music area. The other, the amazing Steve Goulounis, who is part of my community. There is, so hang on, it's Mike Dougherty, Steve Goulounis, Jake.
From State Farm.
Yeah.
I had all their names, but yeah, go check out Mythic Thunderloot. It's on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcasts. Just an amazing group of individuals, and it is a podcast where they'll have their story, then they go in later and add sound effects, scoring, and full like Broadway style musical numbers. As you feel like you're sitting in a theater on Broadway, just watching a bunch of people have fun.
It's like Harmon Quest, but better.
Exactly.
Not scripted.
They currently have the first season 1.5 is up, and they were doing something They were doing a series where they were teaching how to play Dungeons and Dragons, and that just culminated with the adventures of, I think his name was Sarkoris, the Dragonborn character that was made. It was great. I loved it, and cannot wait to see where that goes from there. So any of you guys watching this evening from Mythic Thunderloot or have anything dealing with them, thank you all so very, very much. I'm a massive fan, and the moment that Doherty basically reached out to me on TikTok, I went, ah! So yeah, it was great. And then Steve, who just reached out to begin with and said just to go check it out, was amazing. By the way, I now know why Tudoroso is so funny. Okay, it's a tomato paste. He said he's going to lean into every one of the just stereotypical Italian things, so he named his horse after tomato paste.
Okay.
But yeah, great, so many jokes. Okay, with that, anything else in that ring?
Nope, I think that's everything.
Cool.
I'm not going to throw my phone like I threw the paper last week.
Please.
Please don't.
Yes, Lord.
All right. So, with that, as always, this is a live actual play of Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The game is a homebrew that I myself have written, and I'm still currently writing some aspects. So with that, a quick round of introductions. You will notice that one of our numbers is not here this evening. Our elf, Bloodhunter Morwen, aka Miss Shelby, she is not feeling very well. We wish her a speedy recovery.
Yes.
And hope that she comes back not this Sunday, but next Sunday, and joins us once more in the battle. Though, who knows? She may be the only person left after tonight.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
So, with that, a quick round of introduction before we jump into a recap and then tonight's game. Mr. Jeff.
Hello everyone, I am Jeff, and I am playing Draxus, the Dragonborn Cleric.
I am Nicole. I play Alice, the Tiefling Hexblade Warlock.
Ricky, I'm playing Dorman, the Wood Elf Barbarian Fighter.
Hi, I am Derek. I am playing Archimedes, our Owlin Alchemist Artificer.
Hello, I am Michelle. I am playing Nar, a female bugbear monk, Way of the Flesh by the Pointy Hat.
And I am Kenneth, aka the Southern GM. I am the game master of the evening, the one who'll be telling the story, and perhaps even deleting a few characters from the world.
What?
So, with that, we jump into our session for the evening.
We got a long rest, yes?
I'll get to the answer to that. When last we left our heroes,
I don't want to hear it. You get everything back on a short rest.
after
fair.
picking back up again in
Yeah,
the
did we get longest?
in
You
the,
get to it.
in the,
What have
the
y'all
crossing town known simply as Brian's Crossing, Brian's Ferry. You journeyed apparently 300 miles in 24 hours because your dungeon master misread his notes. But it's fine. We're just going to hang with that and move on. I know you were right, Ricky. You were right. Okay, there.
So between the loot mimic and the town, we
Yes.
would have a long rest.
Yes, you have a long rest between the loot mimic and the town.
Okay,
Sweet.
thank you.
Huzzah!
I appreciate
Uh,
it.
You sir are a saint and a scholar.
Dealing with
Thank you, Ricky, for kind of bringing that up last
After
time.
dealing with the horde mimic that was waiting to ambush you on the side of the road, you finally made your way to Trisborg, an ancient farming village that around the fall, not long after the fall of Oprek and the age of Reconstruction, began to fall in hard times. Crops began to wither and die. The ancient windmill being used less and less, till finally the various citizens moved out of Trisborg, either heading north to one of the cities within the Griphold Swamp, or to the other various communities in and around itself in Korsha. Upon arriving, you notice that one of the homes seemed to have a small garden that was not only still present but actually thriving a little bit. A few small plants growing. A quick bit of arcane inspection showed that there was a divine aura coming off of this house. I'm sorry, I skipped a part. The three individuals that you met at the tavern. I forgot about them.
A, B, and C.
A, B, and C. The three individuals who it turns out were not there to, the assassins of the coterie, not there to kill our dear friend Alice, but to collect her and her companions and bring her to an entity that they themselves could not name. But thankfully, due to some history made by our own Morwyn and a few other insight checks, the mark that branded on them is the mark of the Neramor, this ancient entity that seems to have existed before even the gods themselves set foot on Zethus. Whether you know that is their name, their title, or description of them, as Neramor is the Sylvan for Weaver of Fate, Weaver of Bone and Sinew. Fate Weaver is a magic card keeps popping in my head. Weaver of Bone and Sinew, you're unsure yet, but you know that some word applied to this entity is the Neramor. So, with A, B, and C in tow, you begin your journey. Moving past, dealing with the Horde Mimic, the Funny Trees board, where when the three of them tried to enter through this aura into the house, the marks on their neck, their brands, flashing with appears to be some sort of fire, and actually stopping them from entering into the home, like the magic that is protecting this enclosure. It's actually keeping them from coming in. There you met what appeared to be a simple elf, a ranger named Strider with his companion Rigor, a shadow drake. After some conversation, noticing a small figure, you saw and uncovered that Strider was tasked with guarding Serena Utharan, the only daughter of Lord and Lady Utharan, a pair of minor nobles from an estate far to the east of here. Apparently the estate having caught the attention of the organization known simply as Betterment. And to protect her, he made a pact, it seems, and fled with her, trying to find a way to one of the lost Fey gates to go to the realm of Prismara, the Fey realm, because it turns out that Serena is the granddaughter of one of the High Lords of the Sealy Court.
Yes.
You good?
Boy.
I'm just doing that.
Oh, okay.
I am preparing for
That's why the steam's
Stuff.
showing up.
so counting up and like making sure I'm all copacetic.
As you sat and talked with Strider, he informed you that it appears that something appears when the sun goes down at night, comes on in full, something can be heard moving around outside. He has stayed close to Lady Serena, so never actually stepped out, but he could never see what it was. So, as they could not move into the house, two of your minions, of the assassins of the coterie, are sleeping on the porch, that is as close as they can get to the door, while the third has lit a fire out under a tree and is playing the role of bait.
That's A. A pissed me off.
A pissed you off.
A hurt my friends.
Okay.
His name is A Bait.
Yeah.
A bait.
Bait.
Alright, so, with that, we come back into our story now. As everyone resting for the evening, some conversations in Fireside that were quite enthusiastic, pretty enlightening. I want everyone to pull a perception check.
Perception.
Strider has retired to the top of the building that you're in with Serena. You can hear the two of them slumbering deeply. The occasional ruffle of Rigor as he is basically watching over them in the top loft.
16?
16,
17.
17.
Any inspiration? Last time, nope. I am out of inspiration. So a total of 8.
8.
14.
14.
You said perception?
Perception.
17.
Okay. So, Nar, Archimedes, and Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
The three of you, as you've been resting, relaxing, and talking,
This is a really good team.
as you begin to hear a soft gurgling noise,
Mm-hmm.
then a sound of water exploding or spraying. Then everything becomes very, very quiet. You hear even the cicadas and the night bugs and the bats and such. All that noise outside is just gone.
So, dead quiet.
Dead quiet.
You hear that?
The
I
one
don't
who
hear
the one who
anything.
made the
That's
19,
the point.
who rolled the 19. You had a 19.
I had 16.
Who had 19?
17. I think you had 17 as
17.
well.
Okay, I thought one had 19.
No.
I could pretend I had a 19.
So that's all you hear.
That's
You
what
make a roll for somebody.
Here. Question: we haven't actually been in the swamp yet. Though, have
No,
we?
you're still in that lower part.
In
That's,
the forest.
that's a 2, so he didn't hear anything. What would you like to do at this point?
Strider didn't hear anything. The
No,
ranger?
Strider's he's asleep, but he's up there with
Oh.
Serena.
He's
I
asleep.
mean, I'm gonna look out towards, like, I know he's technically still over by the window, thanks to Fireside. We'll go over next to him and just see if we can look towards the well,
Okay.
because that's the only source of water we have around us.
Okay.
And just see if I can see anything. 120 feet of dark vision.
Roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
And you drew my attention to it.
Yes. And yours.
At this point, all of you sort of move toward that. There's like a few windows. You can open the door, look out to see.
I'll walk outside.
Okay.
So perception,
Perception.
it's a 12.
To coterie A with the fire.
Okay. So as you step off the porch to where Coterie A is, he sees you walking towards you, and his eyes kind of poke up, asking in Elvish, "What's going?" And he's suddenly yanked into darkness.
He got yeeted.
Do you have
Wait,
dark
is this
vision?
one of the boys?
Yes.
One ABC?
So literally, you saw like the shadows on the ground, a blob of darkness just rise up and it just seemed to vanish almost as instantly.
Everybody huddle up.
Can I
Here's a question.
Back to back.
So,
I got a question for you to ask him. Does
I
it
am
look
sneaky.
similar
I am
to how the rats moved?
Does it look similar to how the rats moved when we were underground?
it does not roll me either a nature or survival check.
That is a 25.
Ooh, that'll be a
Oh.
survival.
Okay.
And
Maybe
that'll be a
I can follow
12.
anything that's an inch wide.
Gotcha.
12 survival?
12 survival. This does not move like the rats. The rats moved with almost an ethereal spectral sense. It was, even though they appeared to be running, it was more of like a energy kind of pushing themselves along. The way this moved is it was bound by the laws of physics. Like the shadow grabbed and fell backwards, like weight was pulling it back.
Shadow grabs next somebody.
Appeared to be just a blob of blackness just grabbing.
Oh, he was my
Is the blob
favorite.
still there? What I perceived the
All you
blob
can
to be?
perceive, roll me a perception check the stories then. Let's see what you can see.
Go step on the porch.
Disadvantage. I know why it's a disadvantage.
Come
One.
on. Oh.
As that moment of like it literally was the what's going, and when he disappeared, like you did and before you realized that you seem to have lost the
No, it was there.
you knew it was there. You seem to have lost the shadow itself. It just appeared.
Okay, I'm going to immediately turn the flames on my greatsword.
What? How far is your light reach?
That light
That's a good
goes pretty
question.
far.
It's more than a torch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's way.
I mean, it's probably 10 and 10.
No, it's more than
Is
that.
it 30 and 30?
bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light for an additional 40 feet.
Nice.
Dim light will reach.
40
It's
As
over
the,
40 feet away, damn.
It's 80 feet.
Yeah, 80 total feet for dim light.
For range.
yeah.
There's 40 for first, 40 after that.
Yeah.
It's 40 and 40?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said 40 and 10. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
40,
40.
40, baby.
All right, so yeah. So in the dim light, just out past just the edge of the bright, you see something almost black slither back out of that light. And as it slithers, you faintly hear like a struggling noise.
Scott Coterie.
Oh, he was my favorite.
I'm going to
Hey.
bound off into the woods after it.
It's not heading toward the wood. It's actually heading back toward the main square of the town.
Okay, that's where I'm going to go that way then.
And I'm giving chase to the idiot in the air, out of reach, again.
I look at you
Hopefully.
and look at you, Nar.
So-
Or you stealth away, didn't
Yeah.
you?
That's
I look.
45 feet of movement.
Okay. You will overtake before it gets back to where it's heading. So we'll do that in a second. Nar, you have stepped into the shadows. What are you doing?
I'm assuming I need to roll to see if I saw that too.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Then roll the Spanish.
Well, he has his light. So would I see the drag?
Okay, at that point, just roll just a straight roll.
Okay. Just.
Isn't it one?
Yeah, no, you just this blackness and
He's
shadows.
wiggling.
Draxus, what are you up to?
I stepped so hard I put a bucket over my head.
I can't see you, they can't see.
Behind the torch.
Alright, Draxus, what do you got?
Looking at the situation,
I
seeing,
heard him,
Yeah.
but I didn't see it.
seeing two of them just bolt
Yeah.
after the one coterie member gets taken away. I'll do my best to follow, but I am not fast at all. I'm wearing heavy armor and clunking along, but preemptively before I head out, I am going to cast it on, well, on myself, pretty much. This is the only way. Let's see.
Question.
Yes.
Though I did not see being dragged away, would have been so bad that I did not see them move because I know
No,
he
you would
shouted.
have saw them too.
You're
You-
watching.
Okay.
That is your light source.
Yeah, yeah. So I sneakily try to follow our barbarian. So
I am going to follow as best I can, but before I do, I'm casting, obviously centered on myself, Beacon of Hope.
Beacon of Hope. Okay.
Damn, that's not going to work, so never mind. I'm going to do Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
I was hopeful.
Well, Beacon of Hope, I have to pick
Sorry.
creatures within
Wait,
Yeah.
a certain bubble,
Mhm.
and everyone's
Moving
fucking
on.
off. So
Yeah, that's fair.
You notice that the other two coterie agents are like, just like, we'll protect the house. You got this.
Yeah.
We believe in you.
Some coterie individuals.
I whisper near somewhere they don't see me. It's like, shh, do not let Fluff and Duck.
If
hurt
we
you."
die, you die.
you know what?
No one touch the cattle.
I can't allow them to just be out there in the open and shit.
Well, they're still
They're still in the.
they're in the protective bubble.
They're in the
They're not
consecrated ground, but
yeah.
they just can't go into the
The house.
house itself.
Yeah.
If they're okay, then I'm going to
Yeah,
carry on.
they're
But if
okay.
they're not, I'm
They're
stopping.
gonna hang out with the
and-
vegetable garden.
They
The cabbage patch
as long as you've been sitting here, you know that the area they're in, they are well protected in this area. They will be okay.
Why did we have the one guy sit way the fuck out there?
Because he hurt our friends. Also bait. Shame.
Don't like the idea.
Shame.
So,
Can I mental send to
Morwen stays also to the
not the
house.
Strider but Strider
yes, Strider.
protect Serena. We'll be back.
You hear what's happening. The moment you felt the connection, he like was awake and
Something ate a.
Hey, what?
That's the final message.
Oh, what? 7, 8, 9?
Yeah.
all right. So, as you all are running off,
And I will
that is a failure. Okay.
go. So a
Okay.
brisk run.
All right. You said you had something else, Draxus, or
Nah.
okay.
With my X-Blade, I just.
All right. So, Dorman, as you reach the edge of where the town center itself begins,
Granny's up the
a
mall.
few buildings around the edge, you are finally able to the full extent of your light is thrown upon this thing, and it looks like living shadow. This like thick black thing just oozing fast on the ground. Roll me either Arcana or Nature check.
Jesus.
I believe in you.
Man, how's that intelligence now?
Right. I think you forgot which character I'm playing.
No, I have not.
No, you just chose to run first.
Hey. Both of them are going to be bad. Yeah, 13.
13. While not specifics, you are pretty sure this is some form of ooze or slime creature. Though the size of this thing is far larger than any like small gelatinous cube or minor slime you've come across in like the Verge or anything. This thing is huge.
Who let Flubber get back?
And it appears to be heading, the direction is still slowly moving at its 40-foot dash pace. It's heading toward that large stone fountain you saw originally in the center of the town.
It's going for the fountain!
Okay. Is it going for the fountain or the well?
I'm sorry, the well, thank you.
Oh, going for the well!
How wide is the well?
For the
The
one thing.
well looks to be about 6 feet at its widest point. About 3 foot across, 6 foot wide.
Okay, so it's not round.
No.
I'm dashing. I get out.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'm still
I'll-
sneaking.
I only have
I was
60 feet
sneaking.
even if I'm dashing.
Okay.
So
So
Okay.
is anybody going to, because like my question is, you want to try to intercept this thing? You just want to chase
Is
after
the
it?
guy still alive?
Do we still hear?
Yeah.
Well, he's still in the trap, so I'll give him a con save.
Because like if he's still alive, then I'll.
He's still like at this point you can see like movement inside this thing.
Okay, I'm going to take a swing at the
Yeah.
Okay, well,
at the
that's
block.
the case.
I'm going to rage.
Roll initiative.
Let's roll initiative, and I'll grab the stuff. Aha.
Grab the stoof.
All right.
Wow.
We go into combat.
Well,
What you got?
not good.
What you got?
Sound like a
Not
dad
good.
in the car. We're going to combat, and that's
Yeah.
final.
It's less than that, yeah.
Oh. Oh, did you bring my mini?
Yes.
Yay!
All right. So.
That makes sense. My character's very slow.
give me a second. I'll move and then you'll have more.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Do you want me to get on my phone?
I know you're fine.
Okay.
So, you guys are heading from this direction.
The big old
It's a hoose.
This is where everybody is from.
What's your known Canadian pronunciation?
Okay.
A bit the hoose.
Do we need to continue
I
to
do need something to left.
No, this is actually plenty of space.
What's so funny about it?
Sorry.
I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, buddy. I'm not your friend, buddy. Oh, supper.
I'm so old now.
Hello, people. How are you?
Okay.
As we are in this
Mr.
interlude.
Hanky.
Christmas poo.
All right. So we have Archimedes.
We're just flying currently.
Alice.
I don't know how you want
Nar.
Nar.
Snore.
Draxus.
From freaking.
Morwin is asleep. So Draxus.
Hey, Brian, you know my favorite character from this show?
Nah.
It's not that.
Narf.
Having watched Pinky and the Brain for most of my childhood ruined Lady in the Water for me. Alright, so get back to Alright, so here's the fountain.
The urge of doing just sit in the chair and go out. But I don't want to accidentally see
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's my only thing.
Interesting.
Do we have a mini for
Oh,
you
yes,
guys?
a miniature for minion A.
Is the automatic working technically?
We'll have to scoot the mic back just a bit. It's getting part of the house.
Grab that. This house?
Yeah, towards, scoot the whole thing.
Grab that side. Wait, we can just scoot this a little bit. There we go.
Alright. And inside.
Okay, Goblin's pretty awesome.
Yes, she is.
Should be like right
Yes. Okay. Combat time.
You do have the Rajay going on.
He is raging? Well. Alright. Let's roll for initiative.
Already have.
Good?
I rolled terribly.
Still good? Yep.
Alright.
There we go. I can take my bag off there.
Okay. Draxus.
This is over here.
4. Alice.
10.
Dorman.
7.
Archimedes.
11.
Yeah!
Nar. 13. There.
We're doing good, guys.
So much feel so bad now.
I rolled a 10.
I wasted a natural 20 on this thing's initiative roll, and for that.
Suspense-wise, that's actually kind of cool.
I got a 4 on a roll of a 5.
Oh
yeah, I forgot your thing.
I'm wearing heavy armor.
Nar,
Shit.
then Archimedes, then Alice, then Dorman, and last but not least, our dear Dragonborn.
I have arrived.
Okay, so on the Merc Slime's turn, is going to attempt to digest.
So his name is what he's trying to do.
So, A needs to roll a con saving throw. Okay.
You might have a partner. Be wary, there might be another slime.
So he is going to take 3d6 plus 5 acid damage. Thankfully, he made the save. He is not.
That's the half?
11, 16, it takes 8 points of acid damage. Alright. He's still alive, he's not looking good. Okay, so. Then, because Dorman, you're right in front of it, is going to attempt a attack against you with those massive, like black, slimy pseudopods, just reaching out to smack into you.
Yep.
Wait.
Miss. What a shame.
Okay. That is okay, it's 2 attacks and it can, okay, and it can digest. Second attack. 14.
Miss!
Alright, that was its turn. Nar. You're up.
Okay. I'm sorry. I had to do at least once. Okay.
Just don't switch flick the world out of my
Oh, you get a proper one right here.
That's
Damn.
happened in a campaign
Nice.
once.
I'm not. This is the claw. I'll play with the claw. I use my fists, you know. So and I guess I'm gonna try to run and help my friend. I don't know. I don't have a ruler to know properly.
Oh, each of those is
It's 5.
5, 10, 20.
I'm at 30.
True Warhammer.
45.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, that works because I have 45, but I have 15 reach.
I want to get. I am just within range of trying to get him out. I'm gonna try to pull the guy out.
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
All right. Roll me
Athletics.
an athletics check.
Not in the tray. That's worse. Guess what number I rolled?
That one.
Yeah.
Pull the 26.
Yeah. My total. It's a net one. So.
That's a failure.
Yeah.
You try to like to reach in and grab him, but the thing's just like in constant motion. You get a noise as this elf, the growls are like thrown around inside of it.
Is a grapple.
A grapple is a form of an attack, so you can actually try again. Yes.
It's a net one, so I don't know. Like, did something negative happen to me? Okay. I love the thing with the dice. Okay, so not much better. Yeah, 9.
Well, Jeff, if you would announce the roll, please.
It's not 20. You're fucked.
Yeah.
No. It's a nat 1.
Oh.
I rolled it. So the first time as you dive in, like this thing literally just like moving away, you hear kind of a gurgling.
I want to think the first time I put it in, I've never put my hands through it.
So you like, and you just like dive your hands in.
I just like have a gag reflex.
Roll me a d6.
That's 4.
4. You feel your hand latch around his ankle as you are able to pull him free, so that you'll move him out of the slime. He is prone on the ground, and you are currently
Where do I put him?
right next to it.
Right next to it on the
Yeah.
ground. Okay.
All right. And he's like, "Thank you. Get me the fuck out of here." All right. Up next, Archimedes.
Alright, so. Just battlefield assessment from elevated location. Does it look like the slime is going to stay and fight? Or does it look like it's still trying to go for.
For the moment, it's steady. It's stabilized. Like it's not seeming to move anywhere.
Okay.
You can find some of the clear.
I need to get one of those.
The little small ones I have only work after a devil, but like lower than
I'm only moving this so I can see my distance here. So, moving 15 feet.
I should have a ruler with my strip my tape measure because I have it marked for the feet.
Oh, okay.
He's on a giant obelisk now.
Total.
Yeah.
Alright.
I was gonna say, fuck your ivory towers. I'm going to ready a spell in case it tries to grab anybody again.
Okay.
So that's going to be me getting the stuff out and make
Okay. Alright. Gotcha. Anything else?
That's it.
Lady Alice, your turn.
I'm gonna use my Hexblade Curse on it. So I crit on 19 to 20.
Battle mode with music, by the way.
Yeah, battle music, please.
Is this supposed to be the battle music?
No.
This is very whimsical.
This is like exploration.
No, we're fighting thing.
Not yet. Okay, so.
Excuse me.
I
mean, we just got it. So.
You'll finally mark. Just hang on the top of it.
Oh. I love how you took a picture.
I love that Hex this pain.
Also, if you will give this one for Gordon, like he is raging.
It's like 100 combat music.
That work?
Your odd base.
Yes, where do we use Hex?
Everyone should use that.
I mean, she at least has been.
Technically, hex crawls.
Using my 2
Whatchamacallit.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit.
Sort of blasted.
I've been meaning to get one for my table.
Just roll both of them. Okay.
Though it'd be really badass if it like fucking like black.
15 for the first one?
15 misses.
Yeah, the other one's gonna miss too.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna start moving closer.
Okay. Alright.
It's their turn.
Gorman, you're up.
Two swings.
Alright.
Reckless.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Hmm?
No, you go ahead. I'm mathing. I forgot to add my +1, so it would actually have been a 14 to hit.
No miss.
Okay.
19 hit.
I feel like
19 to hit.
Jones fight music. What? The music?
15 damage.
15 more.
None of that is fire damage.
Ooh.
So, when you hit with the flame tongue, where that fire passes through, you actually begin to bubble and pop, and this thing seems to physically recoil away from that.
Cool.
Alright.
Fire on! Fire on! Fuck.
Flame on, yeah, flame on.
It's a 14.
This is.
Bugbear, just any bird creature, covered creature, which is.
That's not what's number.
I know. I feel like a Nick and Mole where I have to.
Okay. I'll allow.
It's gonna be 20.
That'll definitely hit.
Eight slashing.
This is a weird battle music, let me tell you.
It's weird, like,
Five fire.
5 fire, 2 range.
This is this one.
And 2 range. Okay.
Wait. Forget to add one more potion. So that's another 4 damage from my strength.
Alright.
It's a bit more.
Yeah.
This is the graveyard.
That'll work.
Okay.
It's a bit more what we're looking for.
So, like, the other one was the haunted swamp version. Like, I was like, okay, that's weird.
Oh, like, what are you doing?
I'm building a thing.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Draxus.
Alright. I'm going to
Go, my skinny
move
bro.
up.
As the dragon
I'm going to see if I can get everybody in my 30-foot aura from my aura vitality.
Okay. How far do you need to move?
I can only move 20 feet.
Okay, so
I just want to move just enough so because armor. Just
it's 5. Closer? Closer?
just enough to
15.
get everybody in my 30-foot aura. That's all I need.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, that's good.
And that includes Mr. Coterie Agent. Let's see. Has anyone been hit by this thing other than the Coterie Agent?
No.
Nope.
I
Then for
touched
the,
it.
then for the aura vitality, I'm going to heal the Coterie Agent 11 hit points
Nice.
with the aura vitality.
So that puts him up to
That's a bonus action.
Okay, so he's now 18 HP.
And I'm going to shoot a level 1 guiding bolt
Not trying to say sarcasm.
at the blob. That's a 19.
19 to hit.
Cool. And that is 4d6 radiant. That'd be cool, but
Just
Is tar pits a thing in your world?
targets. Yeah.
I got 18 radiant damage.
Okay. Nice.
And the next attack roll made against it until the end of my turn has advantage.
Okay. Alright. So, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Up next is the courier agent. He's going to use half his movement to stand up. And then use his bonus action to disengage and move away from this thing. You kindly move him.
Okay, he stands
The
up.
courier agent.
Half his movement.
Half his movement. He's going to dash as a bonus action and move away from it.
So how
I'm sorry,
far?
he's going to disengage as a bonus action.
So,
Away from
towards
it.
the house.
So 20 feet.
okay, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, so he just moves away from it. Okay.
10% burning.
Alright. Back at the start of the round with the blob. Let's see here.
You got
Nar
two
and
tasty treats
Dorman.
for you.
Nar and Dorman, why don't y'all roll me Constitution saving throws?
Is it trying to grab them?
I know you're gonna be good.
I'm not trying to grab, but it's something that no.
I'm not proficient.
Just making sure the trigger's not held or not.
This is not an attack.
30, 20.
20? 4. Okay. So, you pass. As, within 10 feet of this thing, you watch as it's almost like the base just kind of shoots outward. Both of you now find yourself standing in this, like, thick, viscous concoction, and as it pulls back, you will lose 22 points of health. And you are drained for 44 points of health.
What's your health doing right now?
When it comes
it's
to
not
my
damage.
turn,
It is
I
an
bonus
effect of-
action
it's
choose
pulling your vitality.
one
It's
creature,
eating
include
life.
myself, and heal them 2d6.
Okay, cool.
Hit
Alright. I didn't know if it's like a save help thing.
So would
Nope.
this be halved by my rage?
No, this is
Is it force?
it's not damage. It is loss of life. Oh my god, we're playing magic now.
Necrotic.
So
It's-
am I losing hit points from my total amount of HP?
Yes.
Okay.
So you
That
lose.
sounds like
Wait.
necrotic.
Which one are you using?
What am I? What?
Vitality?
Yeah.
I know one of yours makes it where you can't lose, like your max HP can't go down if that's what you're.
This
talking
doesn't
about. Okay,
just.
that was the way it sounded like for a
That's-
second. My
that's
bad.
not oral
No,
vitality.
it's just absorbing life from them to heal itself.
Okay.
So 66. That's still for half that much. Okay.
Delicious.
But if you only, that's the thing. You can only do that. Not has to re-roll. Has to roll the.
It's
6
like
to
a
do that.
breath weapon.
And then
I want to, in my mind, how I'm looking at it is like it goes through the legs and stuff. You know the part when Rin is in Spirited Away and she's going through the muck,
Yes.
the mud, like her hair
So-
pops up
yeah.
like that? That is how I'm right now.
and then we'll make 2 pseudopod attacks. One against you, Dorman. That's a 12 to hit.
Misses.
And then one against Nar. I thought it was a net 20, but that was a 4. 11 to hit.
Okay, 18. No.
Yeah, so
You must be getting really low rolls on the attacks.
I rolled a 7 and 4. And this is the dice that killed Montel. I have to change it out. Alright, so by the way, you did notice that after when it pulled that sludge back into itself, it did seem to wait.
Wait. Oh, I can.
If it takes fire damage,
It takes fire damage. Fuck, you can't use it. God, never mind.
Get your
Okay.
health back. Get your health back.
You get your health back. God, fucking damn.
You did this.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yay.
Version of fire. The objects, if the slime takes fire damage, it has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and cannot use its train ability.
Then roll the disadvantage for the second attack, or roll the second attack again with 2 rolls for disadvantage.
Yeah. What? You got in that one? Oh my god! Holy shit!
You're going down, bird boy. No, say one.
In an alternate reality, I was
You gotta
screwed, but
reach me.
now I am saved. Okay. Now
Gotta reach first.
So natural attack.
I was going to see if I had a reaction to stop what just happened to me, but no, apparently I don't need to.
Wide open. Provoke attack opportunity from all threatening targets. If they hit, they land a critical.
Woo!
So you have to give up your reaction to do it, though.
That's
I will.
fine.
That's fine. Please, not this die. What do you go away? This one.
It's a crit. So
Okay. To action. I didn't technically get my quarterstaff out. I just made my fist.
Norman?
17 to hit.
It is a
Hits its AC of 16.
18 hits.
18 will hit. So we'll start with who has the
Higher dex.
Nar, you're higher in initiative, so we're going to take you first.
Okay.
Say when.
Now.
Okay, and then Dorman.
Win.
I think
So
yours are technically natural
No.
because you're using your fists, right?
Yeah, we're not quite here for magical yet. Yeah, it's natural.
But
natural weapon.
bludgeoning
Yeah.
damage.
Bludgeoning, yeah.
Okay. That'll buff out. Target's AC is reduced by 1 until they take a rest. So their AC drops to a 15. And then
I'm
Dorman, you have your slashing, right?
Yes.
Roll me a d6.
Okay, do we need to roll for damage?
Yeah.
2.
Target has disadvantage on all melee attacks the next 2 rounds.
Oh.
damn.
Okay.
Okay. Damage for me, it's a crit, so we're doing crunchy? Or are we doing...
One of them just regular because these will give
Crunchy
additional
or-
Oh, is that...
damage.
Okay.
Are we doing crunchy or creamy?
I will...
So roll damage.
Okay. So, roll twice.
Actually, you know what? I have a better idea. Because this doesn't have a double effect, match your damage.
What?
Max my
Because
damage?
you rolled a 20, this doesn't have a damage modifier, just deal max damage.
Max damage, 1 hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 hit.
Alright. That's a 9.
Okay.
9 bludgeon.
This could take a minute. So how's everybody's day going? I'm watching his face this whole time.
Went to the store. Nice.
What? It's 12
12?
slashing,
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
12 fire.
Damn.
Just the physical, not the magical damage. Just the physical damage. The slashing.
You didn't say that part.
The weapon does.
Oh, right.
An
Yeah,
additional
yeah,
fire
yeah,
damage.
that's what I'm sorry. So yeah. So 12 and then 12 fire.
No, he's gonna headbutt it.
So it's. Am I doubling the rage and stuff
No,
too?
we're not doubling anything, just max.
Max.
Just max your
Max
damage.
Right, but my rage modifier is +2. So,
So
would it be
just
plus
two
4?
more damage.
Oh,
No,
two-
we're not
two-
doubling anything.
2 and 2.
Plus 2, yeah.
And then your strength modifier.
Yeah. So that's another 2.
Alright. Cool.
28 damage.
So, no, so like ones where the crit doesn't have a double damage, just you just want to max your damage.
Yep. Yeah. So that was like 32.
Okay.
Plus whatever fire, if it's weak to fire, that's doubled anyway.
Okay. So, that was its turn.
No movement, no nothing.
Nar, huh?
It's not gonna move or anything.
This music for graveyard.
You know what?
Graveyard combat.
Sure.
I feel like
Move
this
it
is
20
Sounds like
feet
Nightmare.
toward the
Or the
Christmas.
Tim Burton's
toward
Batman
the well.
Yeah.
in
To the well. Okay, if it's
the
moves
second
20,
one.
it's gonna be on top of it.
Batman Returns.
It's gonna be right at the edge of it, basically. So
Because
Okay.
it's 10 feet away from you.
Alright, cool. Yeah,
Good.
so yeah. That's its turn.
Okay.
Archimedes.
Oh, please.
Sorry, Nar.
Excuse you, I rolled my 13.
So you're up, Nar.
no, go.
Okay.
Okay.
I will stay with 15 feet reach.
Okay.
And not be. I don't want it to touch me. Get away.
Rock'em sock'em robot that thing.
Get my quarterstaff out.
Okay.
And Alright. Let's roll.
I'm just seeing her have her core staff, her long ass arms stretching out, going.
Wait, whack-a-mole.
It kind of is, isn't it? So for the lower of the two, it's a 17.
17 will hit it because this is now has an AC of 15. Remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So both 2 attack. Why not? I will do flurry blows. 2 attacks for a bonus attack.
Do it.
Oh shit. One is a 23. The other one's a natural 1.
Okay.
So
All right.
you want me to do the first 3?
Well, let's go do the first 3 successful, then we'll have fun
Okay.
with your critical
All
value.
right, let's go. Okay, where's my D8? There's D8. There's another D8 and another D8. Alright. Ooh, that's not bad. A 10 plus 18. 18 plus 9. 27. 27 bludgeoning.
27 bludgeoning.
And then.
You're using the staff, right?
Yes.
Damn, that's what you want. Okay.
And natural 1. What's up with that?
I say that, Nar.
Man,
All right.
it's touching my eyes. It's touching me!
Untouchable.
All creatures within 20 feet of you may use the reaction to make an attack or opportunity.
Does it have the
The
reach?
20. Yeah, does it have
That's
a
the
reach?
question.
I mean, did it use its full movement already?
It did.
So, does it have a reach?
It has a 15-foot reach with its
Oh,
superpower.
alright, yeah, I can hit me.
Retaliation!
I should have moved.
It doesn't count as a crit if it hits, though.
I
That's
should have moved 5 feet more back. I even thought about it. Like, no, 50 be fine. No. Damn it.
Alright.
You'll be fine.
Okay. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
No.
Wait. Damn it, you got fire to it. 1 second.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, it has disadvantage on the attack.
that's true.
18 to hit.
Beezer.
Okay. That's going to be 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Plus 7 points of acid.
Alright, so how much total?
24.
24.
Thank you.
Just as one last, as you
Does
hit it, overextending one last minute, that super pop, pow, just whipping out and smacking into it.
Doesn't try and grab it though.
Now, it has to.
Can't grapple. I can't be grappled.
You can't be grabbed?
No, that's part of my way of flesh.
Good to know.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
It would have been
I'm a
nice to know.
slimy furry thing.
That would have been nice to know
I'm
when I set my
slippery.
reaction for this spell I was trying to figure out.
Okay. Anything else, Nar?
I'm gonna rest.
That's everything I can do.
All right, Archimedes, you're up.
Alright, so
Oh,
I
yes,
am
keep on.
finally done with my old oily rags and cable. He just flicks.
Oh,
Go.
sorry. Let me. I think it doesn't count. I have sneaky attack or sneaky attack.
That's if it hasn't moved in the turn yet.
It hasn't attacked. Which I.
Yeah, it goes before you, so.
Yeah, if you're a person in addition, if you hit a creature that's not taking a turn yet, current combat and attack roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
never mind, doesn't matter. Go ahead. Sorry.
So
Just here, Nar, you go to. Wait! What?
sitting there,
I'm
sitting
sorry.
there like
I really want to make sure I'm using everything in my ability.
I had this plan. So does the flick, makes the spark,
Yep.
lights the pitch with his giant yo-yo that he throws into the well.
Into the well.
Because it's going to, it's a 5-foot sphere of just old oily rags and pitch that is now sitting on top of the
Do you
well,
need to do a
right
ranged
next
throw
to it. No,
No.
because it's where I tell it to be.
Oh.
Derek, take one inspiration as that hits the well. Flames engulfing out of the water itself.
Did you cast campfire?
No, it's
Right.
flaming
I
sphere.
see.
That's the reason it's a giant yo-yo, so I can move it.
I see him aim forward near the thing, and I see him like goes right past the creature. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, good job.
That wasn't. I didn't think
It's
of the
great.
thing. I was just trying to cut off the escape
Now
route.
understanding what has caused this, the water supply has become tainted by tar and pitch. Literally.
Speaking of which,
So,
Speaking of-
all right, and
We'll get a quick nature check just for some information.
Now the town found itself in a bit of a secret.
that is a 13
I know, I was thinking
on
of
the
these too.
die.
my brain went to
So-
Ice Age and the kids playing the tar pit.
If I remember my numbers right,
Get out
that's a
of there,
dirty
get
20.
out of there.
Okay. So, from what you can tell, with your instruction, with your knowledge, and your just understanding, you think what has happened is this slime moved into the well years ago, and its body, just being within that water supply, corrupted and turned it into a poison that began to seep out into the local water supply for the agriculture. This is the thing, and this has been sitting in here for hundreds of years,
No
growing
wonder
into
it's this
size. Yeah.
Somebody poisoned the water hole.
What kind of creature is this?
It's called a merc slime.
There's a snake in my boot.
Wait, I don't wear boots.
Into the well.
You're pretty sure on your 20 that if you can kill this thing, you have enough time, the natural movement of the water itself should
Will flush it
will
out.
flush it out. So it'd still take maybe a decade, but life will return to you. Like this city could be restarted.
So that flaming sphere is just sitting there now because
I mean, it's actually that fire is going to help burn off a lot of that anyway. So depending how long that, oh God, you made the Hell's Gate. It's just going to be
That was
burning
a really
for all
good idea,
time.
Arden.
Instead of Elmo doing the.
yeah, I was gonna say who's
hard
here
to-
is good with Photoshop that can take Elmo out and put Archimedes in there.
Oh no, well there is no, there is.
Anything else, Arden?
Arden.
So this is more of a question on if this. So it says it doesn't. The sphere technically doesn't do anything unless something ends its turn next to it. But as a bonus action, I move it. Am I allowed to move it on the same turn I cast it? That is a question for you.
I'm guessing because this is like attached to a string kind of thing, and you're just basically threw it out.
It's a
and-
yo-yo, sort of.
Sure, I'll let you do it.
All right.
Yeah. Is that a save on my side?
That is a.
Dexterity save?
I think it's Dex save. Yeah, Dex save.
Oh, this thing was +3 dexterity. 14.
That is a failure. So 2d6 fire.
Got it.
You watch as when the rags first stick down on top of this water, the slime just kind of like seems to expand outward and back from the fire. As it does that, you pull hard, throwing the burning rags actually into its form. As it,
TikTok is all.
Oh no.
what does it say?
TikTok
Live discontinued.
What did we say?
Due to inactivity? But there was like
Somebody.
There was so much activity.
hello?
Hello.
Click live again.
Hello, or you have been alive forever.
We are sorry for the technical difficulties.
Where is the live?
So the button on the bottom there, the plus,
Yeah, okay.
Press
okay,
that.
okay. And then the lives.
and slide over to live. Yeah.
Hello?
Is live not an option?
Oh, here it is. It's at the bottom now.
Yeah. That was weird.
Bear with us.
That was. Hello?
Yeah, I just decided to look over there.
The
and
fire was
there's
so
just
intense.
this
Yeah,
white-
I just-
Cut out the
I
camera.
just happened to look at Jeff, and Jeff was looking up there.
Thank you. Okay, that.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys. I don't know what the heck happened.
Because I was just on my phone and
Yeah.
like
Is it,
happened to turn it off for like 2 seconds.
Is it the right orientation?
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Are any of us the right orientation? I mean, continuing on.
I mean,
All right. So
As the rags are slammed into it, as his body kind of corpulates around it, really like burning it from the inside. How much damage does it do?
it does 4 fire damage,
Or
but it's
4 whole damage.
because of where it's sitting. It basically hits and it bounces back,
Yeah.
so it's still sitting over the
Yeah.
well.
Alright, anything else?
That's it.
Okay, Alice, you're up.
I do the pew pews. Eldritch Blaze.
So you start blasting.
Shoot. I was eating a popsicle.
15 for the first one,
Will just barely hit thanks to
and much higher for the second one.
yes, roll damage.
Darn!
Fire both times. I'm glad you know that means.
Mm-hmm.
I have to double check shit. No. 11 force damage. Nope. 11, 12, 13. 14 force damage twice. So 28 plus 6 psychic damage.
6 psychic damage.
Yay, maddening hex.
And make sure. Okay, yep, we're good for a second.
I'm gonna try to do this.
Okay.
And the thing looks icky, so I'm gonna say that.
It is looking very icky and very rough right now.
Very icky.
Anything else, Alice?
No.
Dorman.
No.
Move me up.
Moving on up
Moving on.
Well,
to the side.
I take my rage with me.
there you go.
All right.
He
Oh,
wears his rage like a
Reckless.
bandolier.
actually, yeah. Dude. Shit. Oh, it's a 13 to hit.
First one will miss.
Okay, second attack. 17 hit.
17 will hit.
Just checking to see
7
if he was
slashing
Mm.
and 7 fire.
So, okay, 7 slashing. And 7 fire. This thing is starting to bubble.
Ooh. Wow.
Alright, anything else?
I need to stop that.
Nope, not for me.
Draxus, it is your turn.
Brilliant. As a bonus action, I'm going to give to Dorman, since he is now front and center with that thing. Ooh, 11 hit points.
Okay.
Hey, is that 10 hit points?
Nope.
I never got hit.
No one got hit.
Oh, it back.
I did.
Yeah.
She got hit.
Nar did.
Okay, then you get the 11.
Yeah, I had to roll with the thing because the aversion of fire couldn't do the drain life ability.
That's a bonus action.
You
As
do it,
my
it's foot.
action,
It's
I'm
close.
going to use a channel divinity to turn on Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
Now, anybody who ends their turn in my aura of 30 feet, I can either I can choose one of the benefits. One is 1d6 plus 6 temporary hit points. Another one is end, charm, or frightened.
Okay, cool.
So end your turn, let me know. I can either give you temporary hit points or end, charmed, or frightened.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Alright. So, with that, we go back to the top of the round. With
The blob.
the blob. Okay. Because it took fire damage, you can't do that ability. So, it's just going to make 2 attacks against you there, Mr. Dorman.
Let's go.
So your roll is just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay. I know there's been a lot of advantage and disadvantage thrown around. I'm trying to make sure everybody keeps it straight.
Does it still have negative 1 to exceed still?
It does. This will be a 21 to hit.
Hits.
17 points of bludgeoning, which is going to be half to 6 for you. The 7 acid, you take full, I believe.
Nope.
No, yes, right, you're bear barbarian. You're bear barbarian.
Yep, so what's the total amount of damage?
Barbarian, if you will.
So it's going to be 24 total, so half to 12. Nemo, start using more psychic-based creatures.
Don't plan to have something weak to fire and then hand the main frontliner a fire weapon.
Yep.
You can go after the Hellboy all you want. You made this of your own volition.
22 to hit.
Yep, hits.
All right. Oof. So, actually, it hit with both attacks. Cool. I need you to roll.
It can't grab.
No, I need you to roll me a strength saving throw.
I wonder if he's proficient.
Saving throw, barbarian.
It's a natural 18 plus a bunch of shit.
So the first pseudopod wraps into you, the second one grabbing onto you. As you feel it, these things harden and tense and start to yank you in. You just throw your shoulders, basically ripping.
Like,
through these.
what did it roll?
Well, no, it was a
It's a
save.
save.
Oh, okay, save. Okay.
DC of 18.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so how much damage did I take from the attack? That second attack?
Second attack is the same, 12. 24, so 24 total, so 12 points of damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should have went after it. The bugbear's not in range. Okay. It can't even attempt to flee because the fountain is on fire.
I mean, it can go side to side.
It's gonna make its last stand. Nard, it is your turn.
Okay. 2d6 because it ended its turn next to the sphere.
Derek, it's got 2 HP left. How does it happen?
It's just you watch like the whole thing's on fire, but how many of y'all? Like, I'm sure we've all seen where just that fuel spilled and you just see that
Yeah.
line burning. That's what finally happens. Is in trying to hit when he knocks it back, that one appendage goes back and just catches, and it slowly runs up that tendril and engulfs the whole thing.
This thing being made mostly of like tar and murky water, methane gas. As soon as that tendril from trying to pull you back throws it backwards, you see it hit the fire and it's just. I need everyone within 5 feet to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
So you.
I'm like,
Yeah, me.
oh, I feel a little bit better. I got 9 temporary hit points.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh, I don't.
So you take 10 points of
Oh,
acid, half to fight. Take 5 points of acid as this thing explodes outward, coating you in the tar and pitch.
Well, I feel good.
And then in my aura of vitality, everyone starts with in the rest of the minute that it lasts.
Yep.
As well as the Twilight Sanctuary, which means you guys you guys get temporary at once too.
How many hit points do I get?
Victory.
I mean, how long? It lasts for a
It
minute.
lasts for a minute.
Victory.
So
Okay.
you'll heal back to fully.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you both will be fine.
Yay!
Okay. With that, the Merc Slime is defeated.
We did.
Is that bit where Stolas is there with Ozzy and Ozzy gets all pissed off and mad at me?
Step back jacket.
Dorman, roll me a luck roll.
Luck roll.
How lucky are you?
Not at all.
Okay.
How bad?
You do hear
Bad
a
as I can
loud.
get.
You do hear a loud clank as this thing just explodes outward, and looks to be a small ball of metal and pitch and tar just falls as the core of this thing looks like almost like its digestive tract just falls to the ground. There appears to maybe something of use in there, some sort of item in there.
I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Burn your hands.
Hmm?
Immediately burn your hands.
I'm using my bare hands.
Your barbarian hands.
Your bare hands or your bare hands?
All right.
Which ones?
Both.
So, inside, you find the first thing you see is a large shield. This is a sentinel shield. It's the normal shield bonus, plus advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks. It's emblazed with the symbol of an eye.
Ding, ding, ding.
I see.
Shield.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one who uses a shield, so.
Okay. It does not require attunement, but you
Thank
will
you.
have advantage on initiative rolls and perception. It may, the thing itself may say that in Beyond, but that for me, this one does not require attunement.
Sentinel shield. That is an item on
Yeah.
Beyond, yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know if it requires attunement on D&D Beyond.
We shall see.
Okay. Next item you find is a small wooden wand, actually. You see that kind of carved along the shaft of the wand are various dancing stars back and forth as you have found a wand of magic missiles.
Rain death from above!
It does not require attunement.
I mean, I'll hold on to it if nothing else.
I have advantage on my initiative of -1.
You can get double advantage.
I
I'll,
might actually get a positive number.
Hand the wand to our feathered friend.
The last item you find is a potion. Inside the bottle, the potion's red liquid continuously expands from a tiny bead to the color, from a tiny bead to a large bead and contracts back down. It's a potion of growth. We need a t-shirt.
I'll hold on to that one.
On a natural 20, I'm not, so with that luck roll, you can find other items. With that, the coterie member, coterie A, you see him just as he stops running, he looks back and just kind of, oh, thank the gods. I did not want to. That was. You see him kind of gag for a moment, remembering just what he was in a few seconds ago.
I mean, it's only tar. It's not that bad.
The water in the well still sort of alight, setting off a nice blaze.
How long are you planning to burn that?
As long as it takes. Like, that seems to be where the problem is. I know I had an extra chicken moving here somewhere.
Start roasting a chicken over.
I'm gonna walk over to the coterie guy who's not feeling well and look down at him and say,
You did good, kid.
"Not off to a great start on your job, my man."
Did y'all use me as fucking bait?
Not my idea.
Shame. I want to walk back towards the house. Well, laughing.
My bloody soul wasn't on the line. Oh, whatever.
I would like to see you try.
He stands, looks up, and you sure the thing's dead? It's not gonna.
Do you want to touch it?
Does he want you to just hear one final? Oop, as it like just kind of bubbles it. No, I don't. I don't want to touch it.
You can go back on the porch now.
I'm just gonna go to. As it starts heading back toward the house.
I'm on fire watch.
Tell you what, roll me d20, Derek. Let's see how long this
You
is.
realize there's a chance these people did not take up this task willingly?
12.
12. It's going to burn for several days, but it will burn off the majority of the tar and pitch in that well.
Sorry, cheap biscuit.
So while sitting and watching, just kind of make sure it doesn't go over, because this is kind of a dead area. Don't want it to spread. And after the chicken's cooked, thinks it's pretty good, he's going to walk back and he's going to leave the chicken on the porch for and then keep going inside.
Right. So,
It's obvious that they weren't willing.
Yet you treat them like they were wanting to kill you of their own volition.
I'm more angry over the fact that they tried to knock us out, probably kidnap me, which is not the first time. Not with them, obviously, but also hurt our friends. So you're
These
newly
men
acquired
also-
friends.
These men also kill for money. They
There's
take pleasure
plenty.
for it.
They
So
weren't
now
on
that
a job, but they were doing this against their will, as far as I know.
they didn't come here by accident. They don't have a presence here, not like they do back on Wildweir.
Still do not agree with us mistreating them like this.
Everyone has to earn their keep.
Shall I set up myself out and be bait next?
If you'd like to volunteer.
Do you want me to join you, Derek? Drax, I'm sorry.
Nara's just very awkward over there. Just,
I'm gonna go sit
Mommy,
on.
Daddy, don't fight.
I'm gonna go sit on the wagon and begin my reverie.
okay.
I mean,
So,
I joked about
Oh,
making bait. I didn't actually think we would do it.
The creature in the well's dead.
oh, that's good. Thank you.
The well will be on fire for a while.
I could see that. Do you know what kind of creature it was that was causing all this trouble?
Sticky.
Sticky.
Are we cleaning the well? Or
No, we're letting
called
the fire
fire.
clean
The fire
well.
still it's still a dumpster fire over there.
It's
Fire
going
will-
for 12 days.
A well dumpster fire.
The fire will purge the wickedness from this land.
You know, he's being dramatic, but he's not wrong.
Okay.
Some sort
I
of
trust you guys.
slimy ooze thing.
Well, I'm up for the next few hours. If you folks want to bed down, I'll keep an eye on the fire and make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Thank you for dealing with it. He seems to kind of look past you and everything before he leans in. Were you really going to let that thing eat that?
Not really.
Good.
I'm not a heartless noble like some. But I hope he learned his lesson.
Hey Archie. Oh, whoever, does anyone have prestidigitation?
Dar's just like covered from head to toe. And,
Or at least
like,
from me
it-
down.
From me down, like itch.
I just pull out a bunch of shop rags. I mean, this is what I
Like the blue napkins and the blue paper towels. Yeah.
No.
Pulls out a
That's
pressure
education.
washer with degreaser.
Thank you, Ella.
You're welcome.
That's what prestidigitation is.
Elwood, let me see that one towel. Just
A carpet cleaner.
Citrus works well.
It's those special wash rags.
We
that
don't
have,
even
like,
help
the beads and
Quartery A.
So
He
this
just stays as a
this shows my line of work. When I say shop towel, I don't think of the blue paper towels. I think of a box that we get that is literally just like triangles about 1 foot
Yeah.
Yeah.
that are
T-shirt
the
rags.
T-shirt rags.
Oh God.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Okay.
God.
and Gojo.
I think of like
Yeah, Gojo. That's what
my dad's a doctor, so like those blue napkins and a lot of those surgical napkins that they.
Yeah.
Those sterilized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways.
So, you will be able to rest up for the rest of the evening. Go back up.
Wait, what did you roll for? You looked like you had something to say.
Don't question it.
Roll me an insight check.
Go for it.
Insight check.
Skills.
Who's rolling in inside check?
Me.
Alice.
No.
It's just no.
10.
Okay. Nothing of importance.
Is she sleeping okay?
Strider goes out with Rhaegar to make sure that everything else stays okay for the evening.
No, I wasn't going to let him die.
Thank you. Serena is up in the top
That's
loft.
not a guarantee.
I have confidence in her friend.
Piece of paper.
Our newly acquired friends.
So, as you all sleep in the various areas you walk through the evening, or in Dorman's case, as he stays up for the other part of the evening. So, like, if you want to talk to Strider, you can. He's also only needs 4 hours, so he's currently like sitting out by the house, just occasionally like looking out toward the fires and dances.
It just flashbacks of what I just witnessed.
Prestidigitation, I forgot to spell.
So how'd you end up away from the plane of shadow, my friend?
Well, my parents were in service of Lord and Lady Tharan. When I was born, I was kind of raised that I was going to be in the service of the nobles. I showed some proficiency in tracking and hunting, so I was put in charge of their camels and went with Lord Uthar on his hunts and stuff. He's a good man. Both of them were. They didn't treat us like we were master and servant, but they treated us like we were family. You didn't have to call him Lord and Lady. The hell, every time you called him Lord of Theron, he would just shake his head and say, "No, just don't say it. Sir is fine. Just don't call me Lord, please." It's like they were unwillingly being nobles. Good folks, people of the area of the town loved them. Which I never told you what town he was from, did I? The town, the Baron he was from. Oh, thank you.
No. Eastern side of Corjo was all you got.
He goes,
Just in case they use it again.
He's gonna
as he said, he goes, the people of Ingath love them. Engath. The town that Strider is from, Ingath. Engath. Ingath.
Is that somewhere I'm familiar with? Is it in the Feywild?
No, this is here in Corsia. It is in
Okay.
this country. It wasn't really much of a, I guess you would call it a duchy. They had the town, some fields, and the surrounding forest. It did have a very small dock that sat on the coastline on the east side of Corsia. They did some trade and such, but overall it was a peaceful place. no surprise that when a group of clerics, as they called themselves, arrived, wanting to spread their message of peace and the message of helping to lift up everyone out of dark times, that Lord and Lady Theron gave them building, gave them supplies. I think even the lady even went to attend a couple of their sermons, their services. But one night when they were holding a feast to welcome to show their thanks for a healthy harvest for the townspeople, the betterment said that they had a special message for all of us. And as that man stood and began to speak the words he spouted, I could tell something was wrong, and I could tell that Lord Theron saw it too. He sent me to go collect Serena from her room, and the last thing that I saw was betterment killing my Lord and Lady. I used a bit of enchantment I know to put Serena to sleep long enough for us to get out of Ingath. Thankfully, I'm not without abilities. He nods to the Shadow Drake. Rigo made sure that we got out without being seen. And I was told to take her to find the Fey Gate. The last thing the Lord told me before I left was that there's one somewhere in the Bordermire Swamp that he knows of. And we got to this town about 4 or 5 days ago. I set that ward, tried to have the unintentional effect of having some things grow out beside it. So we've been here trying to find our next plan. And now that you dealt with whatever the hell that was, we can rest a little bit easier here at night. Something tells me you and your cadre have had your own run-ins with betterment.
Said the Lord Thorin.
Uthar.
Ooh, I thought that was a grandpa.
No. Utharn is their last name. Yeah.
You'd be correct. They had some issues with them in what's the name of the town we were?
Brackish Bay.
Brackish Bay.
Yeah, one of the bees.
Slipping my mind. But also, my uncle was familiar with them from his younger years. And I believe he wants me to carry on in his footsteps to attempt to put a stop to it.
I'm hoping that if we can get to, he nods back to the lady's relatives in the Fey realm, that they will send some sort of help. Because from what I understand, what word I've heard is that Betterment has moved into Ingath and has kind of set up camp there.
Is that new information to us? That
This
they're in
probably,
Ingath?
yes, yeah.
So the High Lord of Thorin is the grandpa.
Correct.
We're just calling Siriana's parents Lord and Lady.
Lord and Lady right now, yeah.
Okay, cool. Where is Siriana when we're talking right now?
Well, right now it's just
Those two
Strider.
talking
those two. It's
outside.
rather,
by the-
she's still up asleep in the loft.
Since these two are ill, they only need 4 hours
Yeah.
of meditation.
I'm sleeping by the hearth.
Yeah,
I skirted the door.
I'm sleeping as well. I thought this town was abandoned, and it was a great
Yeah, I've gone and
When?
found a place to sleep that is
And you
not
said
in
they're
the
where-
area.
They've
where I
taken up
mentioned.
residence where?
Ingap, that's on the, so that's the western edge.
Okay.
So it's gonna be on the other side, of course.
Oh, okay. Ingap, that's a town?
That's the town that Lord and Lady Theron ruled. There was a small, almost a duchy, I guess is the best term for it.
What continent is it in? or
This was still on
It's
Corsica.
closest to
Oh, it's still Corsica, okay.
So far, everything's happening on Corsica.
As you said so far.
Yeah, I don't like the way he said that.
Engath.
Engath, Ingap.
He has been itching to use that Leviathan since the last game.
It's a kraken.
Me and Seth tried to get him to use it when we wanted to go fishing with dragon meat. But no. Alright, well, knowing that they've got where they may be holed up will certainly give us an advantage, because at the moment I don't believe they'll see us coming.
It is on the other side, and the fact that he would have them a letter of invitation to start with, that's barons, though I'm not sure if he even knew who they were.
The Lord invited them to the
No.
city?
When Betterman arrived, they had a letter of invitation from a member of the barony, the Union of Barons, the barons. Lord Barrows had given them a writ of invitation.
How long ago was this?
Here in your sleep.
Let's see. The festival feast was about a month ago. It's taken us about that long, about 3 weeks to get here, moving unseen.
So it happened.
They
They arrived about a month ago.
They arrived there they were there for approximately about 2 months ago is when they showed up.
Okay.
Is it east side of Corsica?
Yeah, on the east
Are
side.
you familiar with the barony?
I mean, as much as any person is with the Union of Barons, they would show up from time to time to visit the Lord and Lady, an occasional party, but aside from names and vague details, I never was really friends with any of them.
Do you remember the first name of the Baron Boros?
Lord Barrows?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Zendrick is his first name.
Stop staring at me.
He's Baron of
I'm asleep.
Baron of Orholm.
Oh, where?
Orholm. It's actually technically the Lord and Lady. They're the little estate they had, their town, only set about a 3-day ride from the borders of his barony. So.
Okay.
I just feel like this owl is glaring at me in my sleep.
The owl's asleep.
The owl's glaring in behind his
The
closed
meta
eyes.
owl is glaring.
The meta owl is glaring.
I'm sorry, here, I'll do this better for you.
Yeah.
It's even more uncomforting.
Aww.
It's cute.
That Boros is another name that's come up in my travels as of late.
Really? I mean,
Not entirely certain how they're all entangled in this, but if Betterment showed up with their blessing, that could be something worth investigation.
that is. I don't. Lord Barrow, the few times I met him, was always lovely. Was always a nice individual, lovely man. Lord and Lady went to the wedding for him and his bride. I never met his bride. She apparently took ill not long after they wed.
Remember her name by chance?
I do not. I think she was a daughter of some nobles out from a barony on the other side of Corsia. Rosenthal, someplace. I don't remember her name. It's her. It's her.
Yeah.
The meta
Why
raven
would you say that?
has been staring.
I'm sorry, so why did you mention him? Why did you mention her name?
He mentioned
After
your name.
that.
Huh?
It was a couple of years after that.
I'm sorry, a couple of years after that.
It's okay, you don't have the timeline in front of you.
The Baron that wrote the letter that invited that sent betterment to the initial place was her husband.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Out of character.
Wait.
Out of character.
Out of character.
So out of game.
Out of game knowledge. Yes.
Yeah, your husband sent the betterment to.
I guess.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I mean,
Okay.
truth be told, she doesn't even know technically.
Well, yeah,
out
but
of
like just
character.
that's what's being registered
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we don't know that for sure because he
Yeah.
doesn't know if that's her relation or which
Right.
relation it is.
Yeah. And are we on speaking terms with his husband? Is his husband still alive? What's going on?
Oh.
What?
Don't ask questions
Don't
you
ask
don't want
questions,
answers.
Okay. Okay.
Federated.
Rolling
Sorry,
over in
sorry.
my sleep. Because it's my
Your conversation
bag.
takes you into
The audience is piecing things together while we're doing a foreboding look over the sleeping Alice. Look over the.
Your conversation takes you into. I'm still stuck in his accent. Your conversations will take you into the early morning as on the eastern sky the sun begins to rise. The rest of you begin to slowly stir and wake up. Alice, for some reason, a thick foreboding fog hanging over you. You're not sure why.
Grab my blanket and roll over.
Use the hearth. And I'm, as part of the chef feat,
Okay.
at the end of a long rest, I can.
You need to brush my
and I'm
teeth.
going to. I'm going to make 7 things of special food that will be given to Nar, Archimedes, Dorman, Alice, and let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for Strider, 1 for Serena, and I guess 1 for myself since Morwen is off doing something.
Catching field mice.
I will say when everybody woke up, Archimedes is going to be hanging out with A, B, and C outside
Okay.
for the no
That
reason.
could have been him too.
What?
Because she could have been hunting him.
No, I'm saying
Oh,
he could
yeah.
be out hunting field mice too.
But
No, that's why there's the bet.
But the special food at the end of a short rest, any creature who eats this food and spends 1 or more hit dice to regain hit points gain an additional 1d8.
It's very delicious.
And he also makes all 3 of the treats he's able to make.
Okay.
And he's going to hand that to the frontliners, handing it to, handing 1 treat to Nar, 1 treat to Dorman, and gives 1 to Alice.
I almost had a finger in my eye. No.
These last 8 hours, and you can use a bonus action to eat 1 of these to gain temporary hit points up to my proficiency bonus.
Okay. And what did the first thing do?
If you do a short rest and spend 1 or more hit die to regain your hit points, you gain an additional 1d8.
Cool.
So as you are all waking up, we will go ahead and take a break for this session. We'll be back here in about 15-20 minutes. We get up, stretch, quick bite to eat, something to drink, bio breaks. So yeah, don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be here to answer questions, take comments. Hope you enjoyed the battle map. Like I said, weird things were happening. I'm gonna probably be switching from OBS to Streamlabs, see how that works out. So yeah, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Spooky swamp.
Trick over chords.
There we go.
Anybody has any questions or anything? I've got TikTok pulled up.
Oh
So-
gosh, I'm up.
You okay?
Yeah.
You can see me in the battle cam. All you see was like 2 little buns going back and forth. Like the entire time I told Raven, I was like, oh god.
That's a hand. How do you get the light to go back on?
It actually needs to be on.
Yeah.
Because on
It's
the
really
that
pretty.
like that's as bright as that color goes, and I know he Yeah. wants to keep that color because on the OBS it's fine, but when you go to YouTube it's super dark.
On Twitch, yeah, it's dark.
Yeah.
Dork.
Yeah,
My
that's
hand-
gonna be
My
better.
hand's all grubby around the camera. It's so weird.
That should be a little better.
I'm looking. Ah, there he goes.
Okay.
That's
Hello, Raven. How you doing?
I mean, it brightened up over here, but I can't, like I said on YouTube, it was.
I'm
really
on
dark.
Twitch right now. The stream's a little laggy, so it's kind of blurry.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's always been laggy. There's literally nothing we've been able to do to fix
It's
that.
fine. Let me go.
It's just how it is.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate. But,
I think when we have battle, we can keep that on, but right now we don't, so it's not necessary.
Oh well.
But we're gonna fight. Just the flicker rate of the light is kind of off-putting. It's not great, unfortunately.
Oh, it's daytime. I can change the light now.
Whee! Okay.
yay.
Nighttime.
I-
Nighttime. Daytime. Nighttime. Daytime. What are you doing? Nighttime. Daytime.
I was gonna try to. Not that daytime. Nicole.
There you go, better.
Jesus.
Sorry, guys. I got a cool light, and we've been playing with it.
I was like, while he mentioned the Elmo meme, I was like, okay, I was pulling up the AI generator, like, okay, maybe I can like splice in
I
Elmo
turned on
and then say,
daytime
put
light.
owl in this spot.
Daytime light.
Because you can kind of do that sometimes. I
I'll
need to
send
change
you
my
this.
settings. Every time I try to download a picture, it keeps putting it to an unrecognizable file type. And like, what the fuck? And so I was like, alright, I'm gonna try.
Hi, Raymond.
To put the two reference photos back to back. His owl next to the owl. Because there's a possum GIF already I made reacting
Did you tell her that the
thing I'm subscribed to.
Yeah, she went, oh crap, we'll change it.
Okay.
Oh my god. Is there any questions in particular?
So far, no. Other than Raven asking, "How are you doing?" I'm doing just fine.
Hi, Raven.
Been up since noon yesterday, but I'm fine. Other than the 20-minute nap that I apparently had while Nicole and Brittany made it to my door. Nicole had to call me to wake me
Oh
up.
no! I've done that. I did not sleep well last night. I didn't really fall asleep until 5:36 this morning, and it didn't make no sense because I was up since 9 the morning of yesterday. So, but just didn't get sleep, and so me and Mafia went to brunch to the depot in Hattiesburg. It was pretty good. And then he had to go get oil change. I dropped him off. It was I had an hour. So all right, I'm gonna take a nap. Set 2 alarms. Did not sleep through. He arrived, and so we went on. And yeah, running on 4 hours of sleep maybe right now. Yay!
I'm on 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, well, did you not sleep at all last night?
No, I
Oh.
worked last night.
Oh, I
worked
didn't know
nights.
that. I'm sorry.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, I got up at around noon yesterday because my body just said, "Hey, you're done sleeping, get up." And I laid on my bed staring at the ceiling for a little while, and I was like, finally I'll just get up and I'll do something. Maybe I'll fall asleep in the recliner. Never happened. But this is my usual pattern for this day is I get up around noon or 2 o'clock, and then I stay up all night doing work, and then I leave work, go to Walmart, pick up the food that I'm going to make for the day,
Yeah.
make the food, get the house ready for everybody, and then,
You took a nap
Maybe
today.
get a nap, maybe
yeah,
not.
like I said, about 20 minutes.
Oh.
20 minutes. You
So-
slept for a
So you
while.
always do night shifts?
No, I have 2 nights where I do night shifts. One is Friday night and one is Saturday night.
Oh,
The rest of the time it's
I sleep.
10 o'clock in the afternoon to 10 at night.
okay. Oh, that's rough trying to do both switching back and forth a lot.
Well, first 3 days are the evening shift, and then the last 2 are the overnight.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad. The only thing that it does is it completely screws with anything else I want to do during the week. So,
I used to work nights at the psych hospital.
woohoo.
Yeah.
I worked as a CNA in an Alzheimer's unit.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Woo.
They give you the sweetest patients.
You feeling good?
Yeah, I'm slowly sliding in the
Oh,
chair.
It's like no
And
impact.
you learn real quick which ones were who.
Yeah. And they can change on a dime too. It's like
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I became a favorite of one of the patients. Who like one of the first nights we met, tried to rip the toilet paper cover off their toilet paper cover thing in the bathroom. I had to stop them from doing that. They were blind and deaf. So I'm like literally like the way they communicated was they passed away. So but they communicated with like their hands, and so I literally had to like tell them no on their hands, stop.
alcoholic or what?
Oh
No.
God. That was a day.
My preferred beverage? Anything, really.
I mean, I've got a small cooler that I usually travel with, so I can go.
I usually drink Cokes.
Hello, people.
I had
Johnny.
to ask if it was alcoholic.
The dungeon is
No, I mean, I've got
missing.
some
It
small
disappeared.
moonshine shooters at the house that I'll be bringing. I've got
the
some
dungeon meets
couple of bottles of
Whatever
Fireball at the
shall
house
we
I'll be
do?
bringing, and a bottle of
This is
tequila I'll be
Bay of
bringing.
Louisiana, so if you wanted to pick up your pickles, we can find some of your pickles.
Oh, my pickles.
Oh, the old what?
Old
Old
smoky
smoky pickles. Yeah.
We need to find any kind of liquor or wine that was made in 2003 because Lane wants that for his birthday. To
Okay.
have something just as old as he is for
Okay.
his birthday.
Oh wow.
And so,
Good luck with that.
2003.
What were we talking about old smoky pickles?
Good lord.
She
Brittany
likes
likes
all
them.
smoky moonshine pickles, I guess.
yes.
I still have them at the house. We also have the cherries now too.
Nice.
Yeah, 2003, 21. His birthday is his birthday.
Babies, babies, babies.
You were in the liquor store when the 2000 babies turned
I
21.
had a tragedy.
And it didn't even take long. It was like, what, day 3 into the year, and we got our first one?
Yeah, they were
Sorry,
swarming. Well, one
Raven.
of them was like on
What's
the.
wrong?
Okay.
Said that they forgot to take 10 minutes this morning and been all EP and depressed all day.
Oh, I'm sorry, Raven. It's been kind of that
It's
weird
better.
day today.
The day's been crusty.
Today has been crusty.
So crusty.
Oh god, yes.
Crusty day.
Today's been, like, last week was a full moon, so I also blamed the residual
The punks, bro.
on that.
It's just there was the high energy of the full moon, and now that it's not, it's just like
Yeah, it's the
the crash after the high.
yeah.
But I do know some gas stations we can stop at to get your other stuff.
I know. I would, what the hell, heck is that Moscato that I know? Castello DiPaggio
Yeah.
Moscato is delicious.
Well, not the Asti. The other one.
Yeah.
The not Asti.
Not Asti. Asti is bubbly.
You can't
Like, I like the bubbles, but
What are we
just
talking about?
I don't know.
adult beverages.
Adult beverage.
Oh, okay.
Because he asked me what kind of beverage or what kind of.
I'm doing like
Yeah.
most times I do when I'm in the middle of a conversation. I have no idea what's going on. It's just go.
So,
I just heard bubbles.
corn is a berry,
I
What?
had a tragedy.
Corn
about
is
it.
technically a berry.
It is.
Yes.
but technically is a berry, which means bourbon is ketchup.
And ketchup is a smoothie.
Oh my god.
Bourbon is a smoothie.
Corn is technically a.
It's a
Moffat.
condiment.
That means moonshine is a fruit juice.
It is.
I can drink it at breakfast.
I mean,
It's a fermented fruit juice.
yeah, technically you use fruit to make moonshine anyway. So.
Yeah.
Isn't what kombucha? Isn't that what kombucha is? Fermented
Tea.
tea.
Kombucha is
Oh,
tea.
tea. You're right. Tea.
I
just
realize
said that. I
that
poured me a
every
cup of
corn
ginger
is a berry.
left it.
Wow.
Bananas a berry too.
Huh?
Bananas.
Bananas a
berry.
I know
berry too,
bananas a berry.
but strawberry is not.
What's strawberry?
Strawberry.
berry.
Because the seeds are
Strawberry's
on the
just a
outside.
fruit.
Yeah, it's just a tip. It's just a fruit.
It's just a fruit. It's
It's
not
a
a berry. The only reason why it was called a berry is because it does gather on a vine, and that's it.
Question.
Yes.
So,
Eggplants are berries.
if we wanted to go to
Eggplants.
the con,
I like
do I need
eggplant.
to my own time?
No.
Yes. I would.
No, squashes aren't.
Eggplant is squash.
Have you ever seen wax called eggplant? That's the coolest thing. A young eggplant
Oh,
when it
yeah.
first starts
Looks like a
looks
little
like a
egg.
little egg.
Look like a little Eve.
And then
A
it
very
turns purple.
confused chicken walked by.
That's why, like, there's different species of eggplants. So there's some of them, like in Japan, that are actually like about this big, and then the ones that we have here are like about this big. So, also lemons are not a real fruit.
Yep, life didn't give us lemons, we did.
Yeah, we
What?
genetically
Yep.
engineered lemons.
It is
We enginered lemons.
tart.
It is a
Citrine.
it was a very tart citrine along with a very bitter orange.
Also, our modern day bananas are
Our
not,
plantains.
because also original bananas do not taste. Though, so if you know the artificial banana flavoring, that's what bananas used
What
to
is it
taste like.
called?
Yep.
What's the other name for it?
Why was I born in like that time where artificial
Oh,
bananas actually were real?
Something Shrine.
I know it's nightshade.
It is part of the
Tomato?
nightshade family.
Yeah.
Oh, eggplant too.
Eggplant alternate name.
Tomatoes
pin
are actually
fruit.
good for cats. Tomatoes are actually good for cats.
Yes.
They're not good for dogs.
I do know that you can
Not
eat
for
the-
dogs.
You can eat the
Onions.
tomato, the
Onions.
tomato itself. You can't eat the stem. That was what make you say.
Well, it's a cousin of nightshade.
Aubergine. Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Aubergine.
Which is
The
French,
old
French,
name for
French.
tomato plant actually translated to like death apple.
Yep. And, you know, okay, since we've been dancing around these things, do you know why the song Finnegan's Wake makes sense?
Which part?
The end.
See how he rises. Finnegan rising from
Yeah,
the
why
bed.
does that make sense? Because the Irish word for whiskey is the water of life.
Oh,
Right.
What?
Now
Right.
pouring over Tim.
Yeah.
Tim revives, see how he rises. Timothy rising from the bed.
Well, you're let's get around like
He says, starting to be hard to think I'm dead. Oh, whack, but that's the part.
Unintentional drop there, sorry.
The beat drop. Whack, but
So wait, what's the Gaelic word?
What?
The Irish word?
The Irish word for whiskey literally translates to water of life.
Oh, okay.
So when it was poured over Tim,
He came
came back
back
to
to life.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I'm kind of slow with things.
Look, we're bouncing through a lot of random topics. So, see,
Right now, I'm trying to find.
you get an
and you-
education.
and you asked
Aviation.
how we were educational at the beginning of this.
Right now, I'm trying to
No, I
figure
didn't.
out
No, I
how.
didn't.
Also, we
Yes, you
changed
did.
light to daytime.
Nice.
You didn't.
It was
level up?
very bright.
Not yet.
No,
You're close. I'll give you that. You were close.
Yeah, damn
Nighttime.
Please don't age us any more than we already have.
You know why the bird does that though? So it can see the fish. It shields its eyes from the sun so it can
Yeah.
see the fish below the surface.
And it's not
Nature
just
is a
its
wonderful
eyes
thing.
because the reflection from the water itself.
Just
Damn it, Terry.
Don't they know they can just wear
What?
sunglasses?
What? Did I ruin your plan?
Finnegan live at Walking Street.
Okay.
A gentle Irishman, Maria.
So aubergine comes from the Arabic word al-bal dijon. So like, I guess eggplants are Arabic. I don't know. I'm just like curious why the name. I'm still on this rabbit hole right now.
Quite the rabbit hole to go down.
It also throws people off that duck meat is actually a red meat and not a poultry.
Yeah.
Which
But,
is why it
well,
throws off a lot of
depend-
people
but
that
if you
don't
wanna pull
cook
back-
it till it's white.
Back the curtain some. Used to be, now it's only during Lent, but used to be on Fridays, Catholics couldn't eat red meat. They could
Yeah.
only eat fish. However, the one exception was duck, because ducks,
Water
In-
animal.
well, no,
What's that?
actually it's because its entire diet is fish.
Oh.
The funny one, the one that gets me,
Sandhill crane is also red meat.
is the fact that, which pope was it, declared the beaver to be a fish.
Oh,
I mean, technically in California they declared bees are fish.
The Canadians would love it.
Confused on that one.
Because
Nutra. That's a lot of freaking Wordo thing.
Cajuns accept Nutri-Rats as a supplement for fish as well.
Alligator as well.
Mm-hmm.
And beaver. Beaver has been approved
Yes.
for Lent. Alligator.
Leave it to the Catholics to
Guys.
approve of beaver.
Look,
I mean,
It's one of the only things I could find to eat way back when colonial days.
oh, I thought he was going to make a joke.
Colonial days.
I was going to say
I'm
my
carrying on with mine.
there is a story that I think sums up at least the old style of Catholicism in a great aspect. It was the fact that when the empire split, you had the Eastern and Western Catholic churches, the
Roman and the Orthodox.
the Roman
right?
and the Orthodox, and they each selected their own popes. The first act by each pope was to promptly excommunicate the other.
And then let's not forget the fact when England had a pope,
Oh,
France had a pope,
Yeah.
and Italy had a pope, and they all excommunicated each other. And it took a long time before they finally settled it down to one singular pope, voted on by the entire set of cardinals.
And then King Henry VIII went, I want to divorce my wife. Well, you can't. You've already divorced the other one. Well,
I'm making the
I
Protestants.
look at me. I am the pope now.
yeah, I'm making my own shirt with blackjack and hookers. If you haven't by the Church of England, I'm so sorry. I did not mean that to sound like it did, but I apologize.
I will say
I apologize for that.
I have my favorite, technically my favorite saint. Can you take a guess who it is and why?
St. Patrick, because he's not Catholic.
No, well,
St. Patrick can go die in a fire.
I love. So one of my favorite saints is this. He's the patron saint of blacksmiths and craftsmen. He became the patron saint of blacksmiths and craftsmen because they tied him to an anchor and threw him in the bay.
I don't remember, but that's not the one. Mine is the patron saint.
The Saint Christopher.
No. What words are we not allowed to use on stream?
Can't really say them.
He is the patron saint of nighttime workers.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I
It's
know
not
why.
because of that reason.
Who is this again?
Because Saint Nicholas threw hands.
Saint. I know.
He actually threw hands in the middle of the Vatican
Wow.
over doctrine.
Huh.
Who's
So that's why everybody likes
Saint
Santa
Nicholas.
Claus so much.
Nicholas.
Santa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's right.
Santa throws
Yeah,
hands.
he's he's Saint
Makes
Rose.
Violent Nights even more fun when you think about it.
Yeah, I remember that part. I remember he was that, but I've forgotten it was Saint Nick. Yeah.
The main reason he's the patron saint of nighttime workers is two different stories. One was him actually helping take care of them during the winters, like bringing them food, bringing them clothes. The other story is technically the reason we have stockings was he would come in and he would sneak into this house of this very poor family and leave money so that the girls had a dowry to be married instead of going into that profession. They were being sold into that profession.
I mean, people were warming up their socks because they're wet. And he was like,
Yeah, it's just the easiest
Yeah.
place to drop it.
Hidden money on.
Hi, I'm the resident Catholic, by the way.
I'm also
As if we
confirmed,
could
technically. I
tell.
just didn't practice in a
Are
long
you
time.
sure? Are you sure they confirmed that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was confirmed. That was the one thing.
She has the stamp on her.
Yeah.
Look, I don't need to see the stamp.
Saint Valentine's the one I chose. Yeah.
Technically, the saint I chose was Saint Michael, the last recorded wielder of the Lance of Longinus, before it went into the whole.
I chose Brother Tucker. He's the patron saint of shocks and burns. I call him out to him every time I burn my hand. Brother Tucker.
That was good. That was good. I give it out.
My favorite biblical figure is Thomas the apostle because he shows what happens if you don't have blind faith. Because in the biblical story, he was the first person that touched Christ after resurrection. So, yeah, that's why I'm a big believer in don't just believe something because somebody told you to. Research, find out for yourself.
And I want to say, the whole story behind that was he wasn't mad that he questioned it. Like, look, this is what you need to be doing. I appreciate your blind faith. But
Yeah.
how do we become a religious podcast here?
I really want.
It's Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, it's more of a historical, religious,
Yeah.
historical, not a
yeah,
religious.
it's like your dungeon master went to college that's all about religion and religious history.
On a side note, I am craving eggplant parmesan right now.
Same.
That'd be so good right now.
You know what actually would have been
Red
good? Another moussaka.
Yeah.
I
Ratatouille.
tattooed.
Ratatouille's
Oh,
super
that
good.
moussaka
That I
was
made that
delicious.
first game
Yeah.
was moussaka.
It was so good. You need to make it
And
again.
it was good moussaka too.
Yeah, that's right. The Halloween one.
Yeah.
He has
It was good moussaka, too.
the Mickey, the Disney book.
Disney Villains Cookbook,
Yeah.
and the one for Hercules and all that is moussaka.
One of these days.
Because obviously Greek.
Try to make something.
Not to mention Hades saying moussaka got hydro.
There's a few I want to try to do.
Okay, cool.
One called deviled eggs for crabs, but it's like.
What time are we trying to come back? Let me ask this.
Probably about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to make sure.
You got 2 minutes though.
Yeah, 7:25.
Go for it, right?
Hopefully something without shellfish in it.
Yeah, so Nicole doesn't die.
Yeah.
Oh, are you allergic to shellfish?
Yes, she's highly
Okay.
allergic.
Anyone else have allergies I should know about?
Poor soul.
Shelby has a caramel allergy.
So, sugar, but when it's caramel?
It's artificial caramel.
It's the way it's processed.
Yes, we're in the process.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a preservative in it that's the same as some margarita mixes and ant venom.
Oh, okay.
It's
Alright.
weird.
It registers as the same chemical compound, and that's what she's allergic to.
So no shellfish, no caramel. Anyone else?
No margarita mix.
Don't have aspartame on time, which is, not that often.
The Philly cheesesteak worked out really good because the one flavor you get off of it that hits heavy is that
Onion.
that pepper onion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So, well, I put it on
That's-
the barbecue sandwich. That's what
Oh,
I said.
yeah.
That's more what I taste out of that chip than anything
Like
else.
I get a little bit of the I say the cheese, but it's not the right cheese flavor. That's the thing. I get
Yeah.
a cheese flavor.
You get
It's
more
not the
like
right cheese.
a Munster kind
No,
of flavor.
it's not provolone.
Yeah, it's
flavor,
not
like-
provolone.
What?
I don't taste
That's what they
much.
put on Philly
No,
No.
no.
Cheese whiz.
Cheese whiz. Yes.
Okay, so.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about proper Philly cheesesteak. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I always eat one with provolone on it.
Most people do the provolone, but if you ever go to Philadelphia and get one from the street vendor,
It is good. Cheese whiz.
I don't know, that kind of rotted my stomach a little bit.
it's better than it sounds. I promise.
Texture. I don't think anything.
All right,
I want to
so
make a garbage plate.
Here it
It was
is.
so much fun.
We're missing on the shell.
I think she runs.
Are we Australian saying no?
I'm sorry, y'all both did that, and my brain went no.
yeah.
No.
What?
Take his coat. I'm pretty sure this is the guy who destroyed our entire race. No. Don't take his coat.
I'm here to kill Vegeta. Be my son of the planet. Yes. Oh. Vegeta. Vegeta. Vegeta.
No, like seriously, I went to a con.
Yeah.
And Nappa's voice actor was there, and the voice actor of Barney was there. And they were doing a Q&A together. And so you hear first, Ghost Nappa, like the voice actor singing it. And then suddenly, I love you. It's like the whiplash that you get from that to I Love You by Barney in the just,
Our live ended again.
just why is it doing that?
I don't know, because, and also, it's been not letting anybody.
Is it still
comment.
charging correctly?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
charging.
Did I get shadow banned or something?
No, like you
It
got
would
like
just
50
randomly
people
end.
just sitting there watching.
It's weird.
Huh.
It's just like it'll just randomly stop.
This has never happened before?
No.
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 This is the first time I know what's happening.
But yeah, so the whiplash that you get from hearing Ghost Nappa to I love
Oh
you.
god.
Yeah. And the way this con was set up is like the main stage was in the vendor hall in Artist Alley, so we could see the main stage from our booth that we were vending at. And
Go
it
back
just
up.
the
Okay.
whiplash. All right.
Rude.
Okay, so welcome back to TikTok. Sorry about all that, folks. Those of you watching on
Just a second.
Twitch
Y'all keep going.
and
Okay.
YouTube, hello.
Is it
Oh, I got,
good?
yeah.
It says comments are turned off.
Oh.
Okay.
So how would we adjust that?
I'm starting to think I may be like shadow banned or reported or something.
But why?
But it shouldn't make it where
You're
your
not able to
comments are
Yeah.
turned off. That would be on your side technically, as far as I know. You might know better than I do.
Hello.
Hi!
Refreshed.
Let's see if we can do it.
Hey.
There it is.
Suddenly there's a Brittany.
Suddenly, Brittany.
You may need to
Oh.
change your password in case someone's like trying to hack
Suddenly.
your.
Oh,
Brittany.
that's
Someone
great.
may be disconnecting from another like sign in and nothing.
Welcome to our
One
show.
second, let me look up
Suddenly
my
Brittany.
Brittany. Be all right
Starring
now.
Brittany.
If you've never done comments before,
Oh,
that's weird too.
Okay.
Okay, see what Raven is.
Like
doing?
Raven's commenting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never could comment. It would never would show up. And I was sitting there like trying to message Raven and then
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah, I saw that too. It was only her.
Okay, I'm after the stream. I'm going to sign out of my TikTok, change my password, and sign back in.
I was gonna say, I don't know what Raven's
This is
doing because
weird.
Raven's a mod, I'm a mod.
Yeah.
But it won't let me make comments.
And it may be because there's so
It
many
lets
people
Raven do it.
spamming it because it showed on the live that TikTok has filtered out the comments and it's possible that it's just too much
Like boss. Yeah.
just bots coming through.
Fair. Yeah. Hey, they help the analytics.
Hi guys.
Alright.
All right,
Well,
so,
welcome
anyway,
back. Sorry,
this
TikTok
side of
is
the table
being
is
weird.
almost gone.
Oh, is it too much our side? Yeah, it's too much our side.
I mean, they can see me, so that's
It's
all
the
that
Derek
really
Michelle
matters.
show.
Alright, tell me, I can't see because the light is right now.
Yeah.
That's
I need all the
better.
room
That's
for my
that's
hair.
better. Right
Yeah.
there it is. Right there should be fine.
All right,
I
so
have a bunch
As long
of
as
glow
the
sticks. We'll
stars
just
in
put
the
some
frame,
glow
it's
sticks
all
in your
that
hair.
Yeah.
all right, so thank you for sticking with us. It's a weird night of technical difficulties, folks.
I blame the weather.
I blame the weather.
So we're supposed to have blah 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 blah
I
blah.
blame the face squirrels.
That
The face
too.
squirrels.
Face squirrels.
Damn face
When
squirrels.
did we meet face squirrels?
Oh, it's
Brad.
Oh my god.
a reoccurring thing from the other game.
They're they're now the couriers of Linares, our face
Super
squirrels.
bright in here now.
You want me to turn it down?
I mean,
Oh yeah, can turn the brightness a little bit right now.
All right, so
You can make
as we jump back in here real quick, thank you again for sticking with us, folks. As we're going to do another quick round of
Or
introductions
using the dog.
and then get back into our story for the evening, starting with Michelle.
Okay. Should I do the introduction again?
Just quickly, just
There it goes.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm playing Nar, the female bugbear monk, Way of Flesh by Pointy Hat.
Hi, I'm Derek. I am playing Archimedes, our Ellen Artificer.
Versus also,
Alchemist.
she probably has to make that brighter too.
I am Ricky. I'm playing Dorman, the Wood Elf Barbarian Fighter.
Hi, I'm a problem. I'm Nicole. I am playing Alice, the Tiefling Hexblade Warlock.
And I'm Jeff. I'm playing Draxus, the Dragonborn Cleric.
And I am Kenneth, aka the Southern GM. I am the Game Master for the evening. How's everybody doing? Okay, so.
Say Game Master or Game Master?
The what?
You know,
He's the gaze master.
Okay.
it don't matter.
Love
Don't
you, Mr.
matter.
DM.
Master of the Gaze.
Somewhere, I'm pretty sure some of my fans just went, what? Anywho.
To be fair, I have hard hearing in the ear, so.
Alright. With the, I guess the Shadow Veil 6 is what we're calling ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
The Shadow Veil 6, you all finish waking up.
I hate
Eating
sleeping
a-
on the floor.
Eating a hearty breakfast provided by Draxus for all of
Yes,
you.
all the foods, all the treats.
Very delicious.
Well, I can only do 3 of those treats, those special treats.
What is the special treats?
They're the ones that
No, what are they?
they're bars of strawberry bread,
Ooh.
drizzled with honey.
Lemon tart.
But they last 8 hours, and as a bonus action, you eat one, you gain 3 temporary hit points.
Thank you.
And I can only make 3, so
Oh, so we have to fight against it for it?
Let's see. You're a frontliner. Here you go.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're a frontliner. Here you go.
Hey, it's not fair. You can rock, paper,
And,
scissors from across
here
the
you go.
room.
You're in the lavatory. You're reaching in and doing Rochambeau in the kitchen. Did you wash your hands before bringing them in here?
We eat
They
it.
didn't have to. They never went in there.
We eat
I
it, and
just-
the effect lasts for 8 hours.
No.
Or-
the treat lasts for 8 hours.
Okay.
So I have
As a
to
bonus
eat
action,
them.
you use it and you gain 3 temporary hit points.
How long do the temp?
We have established that temporary hit points last until your next long rest, or they are used up.
Okay.
Do they count as a ration as well?
I do not know. Do they count as a ration, GM?
Sure, I'll let them count as right.
Hey.
I mean, I'm also giving them the special regular food
Yes.
as a ration.
All right.
Why not?
Did.
I'll eat it now as breakfast. Sure. So 3?
As if it's the treat, you get 3 temporary hit points. If it's the special food, you have to do it goes at the end of a short rest. So you can.
That's for a hit die.
That's a hit die.
Oh,
Just-
that's right. That's right. That's right.
yeah, just the 3 extra temporary hit points.
But you do get 3 temporary hit points if you go ahead and eat the treat now.
I would like to say that I'm
There's
glad
treat
the dwarf
and then
had
there's
not
food.
followed us.
Oh, I thought it was only one thing.
I have treat and I have food.
I will eat
Food
the treat.
Do a trick for the treat, boy. Do a trick for the treat.
TREAT.
Very good, dog. Get this guy. Get this guy.
Treat. No treat.
You tried it, but I'm like standing like eye to like. Get it!
All right. So as
That
you
was
were
no fun.
as you're all enjoying breakfast, Stryther has walked up the loft. You can hear him moving around. You hear ladies. You hear Serena, the young. Let's see, she'd be 14, 15 years old, getting ready. He kind of walks down the stairs. You see him walk over to the hearth where all of you are. He looks around to the. It's technically 6 of you. All right. I don't know much about you and your group, but you are effective and you seem like good people. So I have a favor to ask. I can't take Lady Serena and drag her all over this godforsaken country trying to find a fate gate.
We already established we don't have to drag her around the country.
Well, even with the map, I don't want to drag her.
It's not a map.
Oh, the card! Fuck yeah! The card! I forgot about the card.
It's a B line. Or an A line. Whichever train's faster.
Alright. So, would you show would you like to use the card?
Yeah, but I already told him I would use it for them to get her home as quickly and safely as possible.
Okay, so,
And then the note with the other things. So I'm not part of this conversation. I am sitting out with A, B, and C right now.
that's okay, that's right, you're free of me.
For the reason of the note.
Okay, we'll jump back to you here in a moment then. So he doesn't know about so he doesn't know that you're about to use the card yet.
We know I have the card and
Card.
we're going to use it.
That's it.
We just haven't used it yet.
Yeah, correct. So when you locate this fake gate, I would feel better if once you know its location and can say with certainty that it's safe to bring her, then I will bring her along. I have some tricks that can get us pretty much anywhere relatively quickly. I can't use them often and they cost a great deal, but for her I'll use them. So my favor is, can you, when and if you find the fake gate, as he reaches into his pocket, you see him pull out a small blue stone, just let me know. Keep this on you, and that will let me find out. Once you send word to me, I'll be able to find you.
I have a question in regards to the conversation Strider and I had last night,
Yes.
or early this morning. Did he say he went to the wedding, or the Lord?
The Lord and Lady went
Okay.
to the wedding.
Because he specifically said he hadn't met
Yeah.
her.
Me and Nicole had some more conversation.
Okay.
She never visited their estate. The Lord and Lady always went to Lord Barrow's estate.
Okay.
Stop it.
No dying.
You get my code 0 while you're up?
be
there
on
should
the-
be one on the counter.
I will tuck the sifting stone in my not devouring bag.
I appreciate it.
Keep it away from Steve.
Now
Not
that
Steve.
that slime has been taken care of, I think me and Miss Serena can sit here for a good long while. I've got rations, and apparently the ground is starting to grow again thanks to that idol I picked up. But yeah, just the moment you locate that Fey gate, use that to reach out to me, and I should be at your location within 24 hours, no matter where you are.
Now, wasn't there the business that we had? Was the windmill here?
Yeah, the windmill is just. The windmill is about 3 hours north of town. That distance is correct. You can see it. It's a little over a mile and a half. Riding, it'd be about an hour to get there.
A mile and a half is going to be like 20 minutes. Walking.
The way I walk, a mile's an hour and a half.
There's in the there's like a staff for like walking miles and stuff.
Okay.
There's master menu.
It's okay. Put it this way. Forget distance. It's a 3 hour trek.
Okay,
This
cool.
We just say that then. I'm horrible at converting.
Let's measure in time, not in distance.
Yeah, because
It's
I'm
gonna
used to
work
driving everywhere, so distances to me are unusual. So I'm just going to go with measurements of time.
That's because we're in the south. Everything is by time.
That's fair.
How far are you from there? Oh, about an hour.
About an hour.
right. Hour that direction.
It's just an arrow, it's fine.
About a 3 hour trek north of the
Okay.
Treesport.
All right.
Like you can see it in the distance. It's that close. It's just a 3 hour hike.
Alrighty.
And again, if you took your car, about an hour and a half, you get there.
Yep.
So, I'm gonna make sure that the lady's okay. Y'all need anything else for you head out, or? Actually, as he stops, look, I understand that those three out there aren't the most pleasant of people, and I understand the organization that they work for has been known for certain things, but even if they are not nice individuals, don't throw their lives away uselessly, please.
It wasn't quite useless, now was it?
You know, there's a story that I was told as a kid about a mouse and a cat. What may seem a small thing to the cat is a life-changing event for the mouse. Everything is perspective.
I'm afraid that they've changed their lives when they joined that organization.
Maybe. He turns and kind of starts walking back toward the stairs. So, we cut now to outside under the tree. Small fire's been built. A pot of stew being made as the three coder agents sit around. One of the Agent A still kind of like a little twitchy. What are you doing?
Well, with him being twitchy, I am trying to like mix something that would be like calming, not necessarily like drugs, but drugs like
Some chamomile.
chamomile.
Make some
you know.
Bloody Mary. Gotcha.
Yeah, a Bloody Mary wouldn't be a bad idea.
He's drinking. Thank you all. I appreciate it. He's drinking the concoction.
You know, when we were talking about you being out here, we didn't expect you to be this far from the thing, or at least when I was talking about it.
Well, I understood they're supposed to. I'm striving. Hang on. The way I was told. So, Jesus Christ.
Who's that?
He's this old guy that used to be very, very skittish. He would yell and scream a lot when he got surprised. So it's common practice when you get surprised to go, Jesus! So yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh,
All right.
he had Tourette's.
What's this?
Just want to thank you, mate, for helping me out with the whole. Look, I understand that, they said we were supposed to keep two of us. I don't know. I didn't think, there was going to be anything to take me, so I appreciate it. I'm slipping back into that southern accent.
It's
It's
it
hard.
happens.
It's very
It's a- Look, just gotta rest. Gotta let it. The burns and those singes. we've got to just keep the ointment on them, kind of keep them wrapped. You don't do it tight though, because then you're just gonna let infection get in. You just
Have you got anything that take the taste of tar out of my mouth? That's still the thing that's kind of stuck.
it's just pours them like basically what would be Guinness, like just heavy dark beer.
Thank you.
This is about the closest thing you're gonna get. Closest thing I got.
It helps, mate. Thanks, I appreciate it.
No problem. So how did you get? So I know you can't tell me how you got involved with this. How did you get roped into the coterie? I mean, I've heard from some people, just kind of glances over towards the house, what y'all do. But how'd you get roped into it?
Well, I'm from a town just north of the Screaming Pass, little place, little small place called Edrich, and it's not much there, you know, a bit of mining, some lumber, but somebody came around looking to hire useful men who knew the area, and well, I thought I would just throw my lot in with them, and it turns out they were the coterie, so I just kept sort of making a way through, trying to do just to make coin for my family, and we got sent to go stake out the Bordermeyer Swamp, and me, turns out those two, and Rory kind of stumbled across what we thought was a little old lady in a cottage. It seemed to be pretty well off. When we accosted her, let's just say, mate, we made a mistake that we will never make again.
Hopefully you get to fully learn from the mistake. I'd hate for anything to happen to you because of it. Honest question, with your line of work, does it get easier when you do it? Seeing it all the time?
Natural 20. Mate, I can honestly say that I've never really had to. Thankfully, the few times I've had to bloody my daggers were in self-defense. We showed up, the Mark got angry and came at us. But from what I understand, it never gets. If it gets easier, something's wrong with you. And I'll be honest, mate, me and my friends there, we kind of like the fact that we're basically just glorified enforcers. We're just sent on what was supposed to be the scouting missions, because the coterie keeps trying to make a stronghold here in Corsia, and something keeps pushing them back. And Eldritch from the few towns, most of the time they stay north of the Spire, and we got sent down for a scouting mission into eventually the Griphold Swamp. There's a town there. I guess you call it a mining town. They pull pitch from the swamp to make tar and such. And we were supposed to make inroads in a protection racket, but stumbled across points to the mark. We never really got much further than that.
And with any luck, maybe we can get you out of, or get your deal finished so y'all can get back to your families.
Mate, I'll be honest, if we can get out from under whatever this deal is, Coterie ain't never gonna see me again, and between me and you, there's not nothing in Corsia to do anything about. Every time somebody big tries to come here to fully set it up, they disappear.
I stick my head out the window. Any more bogeyman attack?
No, ma'am, there's nothing else. Thank you for saving me. I really appreciate it.
Hey!
Go, Gadget! Rubber band man!
See, look at you. My name is Havis, by the way. Thank you. I guess literally being, 7 points from death last night kind of changed my outlook. Yeah, by the way, he had taken that much acid. He was at 7 points when you finally got him out.
As long as you don't see the gray man walking, I think you're good.
I'll admit, I thought I heard the tap of a cane, of a staff inside that blasted thing, but I got out before it was my time.
It's lore stuff. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Again, I'm like.
That's the one benefit about having played in this world before. There are things I can
Yeah.
reference that would be typical knowledge.
I am the generic newbie of a group, and I have to iterate to myself as well as the audience, like, what is that referring to?
So, in my world, the god of death is named Mormon. Who's also the god of rebirth. His named Mormon color.
We refer to him as the Gray Nomad, or
The Great Wanderer, the Lonely Pilgrim. Essentially, his whole thing is he walks what is known as the Gray Road. It's the road that passes between all the different realms, all the different planes, because death is the one thing that transcends all existence. He literally, now he's not like the god of death type thing. He is the entity. He's not death itself. He is the entity that arrives and make sure that your last journey you take, the last part that you have to walk, you're not alone and you're not scared.
Mm-hmm.
He is a god that a lot of history is not known about, but he is one of the very few, if not the only god, that no matter the race, no matter the religion, the creed, no matter the place in Zendris, he is respected and revered.
And how is
Mormon car. Derek, you want to spell it for her?
let me go to where I start typing it so it will pop up.
M-O-R-M-E-N-K-A-R. Mormon car.
M-O-R-M-E-N.
K-A-R.
What's really weird is they actually only ride bikes.
What?
It's
On the road?
It's a gray bike lane.
Which is one direction all downhill.
Oh, no.
I don't know why it took me this long to be able to make that joke.
Oh,
I should have.
God.
You should have taken the opportunity way back when
Yeah.
we had it.
Yeah.
So good.
Tandem
So-
bikes?
Yeah, you picked up on the Namaste joke, I was wondering.
Yeah.
And so he's just gonna kind of main thing he's gonna try and focus on is getting the guy to talk and think about like his home, his family, calming stuff,
Yeah.
and basically general first aid maintenance for these acid burns. That like making sure if for some reason they get separated or he knows how to take care of
Yeah.
this, because otherwise Archimedes is going to do most of it for him.
He's kind of like the deity of passing.
Essentially.
Not death, but passing on.
Yeah, he is not the avatar of death. He is the one that is there when you die.
Okay.
He has some effect over death, though.
He has sway.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go outside and get our cart and everything ready.
Start to hook up Fluff and Dove.
Mm-hmm.
Archimedes, are you going to take this moment to use the card?
Yeah.
So, as you
And I, when I'm using it, I'm also going to explain, because I don't like them being in the dark. I'm going to explain
Yeah.
to them what we're going to do. And I'm going to use the card to find the nearest Fey gate.
Okay. As you take the card in your hand, staring at it, you close your eyes, and you don't even have to know what it looks like. You just focus on that word, on what you know about it. The closest Fey gate. And suddenly you feel the card flash fire in your hand, and your eyes open. And those that look at you, you see your eyes are on this deep emerald green. In your mind's eye, Archimedes, you are suddenly pulled up out of your body, high in the air above you. In the distance, you can see the tips of Brackish Bay. To the north, you see the Bordermire. You see the beginnings. You see the Grimhold. You see a ship kind of cracked in half in the center of the swamp. You see various buildings and different things. But before you can really focus on any of it, you're suddenly shot forward, heading to the far north, the far northern part of the Bordermire Forest. For a moment, you want to inhale breath and shock as you're about to crash through this thick overbrush of willows and pines, but you just almost ethereally pass through the forest canopy as you come to stop hovering over a set of 5 stone arches connected together with a circular stone top connecting all the 5 tops together. You see various look to be stone sconces, maybe meant to hold flame or torches. Do a perception check.
So is it covered or is it open like circle stone?
It's like circle stone open, yeah, like kind of like a stone hinge.
Stone. Okay.
They're just all connected together.
You said
Nicer than stone.
Yeah.
perception?
Perception.
19. And does the note that I passed you earlier have any effect on what is going on with this?
Let me double check, make sure here.
Because of what he did last night.
I must be missing something because the note here is just about your scarf.
What does the scarf do?
Stop. I know what the scarf does, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If me flying through here
No,
has anything
that's
to do with that.
No, that's
Okay.
So what was your perception roll?
19.
19. As your ethereal form, you lock into this location, you become aware of something, someone. From your perspective, it'd just be to the left of you toward the east. There is a small shack, not out of place in this kind of swampy, mired forest. It's not a rundown kind of place, but as you watch, you see there's a figure sitting there, an older female form that appears to be weaving something in her hands, long needle, twine of some kind, thread moving back and forth, and she's just sitting there humming. She stops, looks up in the direction where you are, and you just see her stare at you and smile, and your voice you hear, "I'm waiting." And you're thrown back into your body.
That was not fun. That was not fun. So,
Like when you were thrown back in your body, like you were on the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Have a quick question.
Yes.
The thing. And he's going to describe the old woman he saw.
Yeah, this little little cottage in the swamp. Yes. You saw her?
Yeah. Can you get Miss Alice to come out here for a minute?
I'm
gonna be here for a
yeah,
second.
I'll go get Miss Alice. Kind of runs into the door and Alice,
Oh, for the gods, Miss Alice,
Yes?
Archie, he wants to see you, man. Oh, gods.
Oh, the owl boy. Yes, I'm coming.
The owl boy.
In his vision,
Yeah.
he was in the northern Bordermire Forest.
He went far. So the Mortimer curves around the Gripple Swamp. He was on that northern part.
side of it.
But he was still edge of the Gripple Swamp.
Still near the edge of the Gripple Swamp.
Because you said the shack was in the swamp.
The ground, sort of that like
Or just around the shack was swamp.
around the shack was like kind of swampy
But
area.
everything, okay.
Yeah.
But
Think the I don't know how to describe it for you. The part of land that sits from the bayou before it turns to firm ground, sort of that like miry muck.
Everglades.
Yeah, that's that kind of area.
Okay.
It wasn't in the open air of the swamp, but it wasn't full terra firma.
So the Bordermire Forest is like a crescent moon
Kind of a crescent moon around the swamp
Oh,
itself.
okay. In northern Border.
Yes.
Cool.
Owl boy, are you okay?
I'll be fine. So, let's play a game. Good news, bad news. Which one do you want first?
We'll do bad news first, because it's always fun.
So, the person trying to find you is hanging out right next to the gate.
That makes sense. We have a map for that. On
Yeah.
people's skin.
What? Map?
Did-
People skin?
Did you forget that A, B, and C gave us a map that was in people's skin?
Yeah. No, I remember the map, but the map didn't have the Fey Gate.
No,
Well,
but it had her house.
Well, now that we have the house,
And just got, if you'll,
I'm not
I'm gonna stay here for a minute. Bring the map over here.
just bring the map like this over to
The
you.
perspectives of your vision were a little bit off. Like it wasn't like right next to it. You got a sense of maybe a day's travel is where you saw the house away from.
Yeah.
Just bring
But like
the
using that trajectory,
Yeah.
it's like doing the triangulate. So right.
Right about there.
There.
find the piece of dirt and to go there.
Yep, that works.
There.
Awesome.
So Havis kind of walks up and helps Archimedes up to his feet.
Why am I stiff? Why'd that make me stiff?
Are you okay, man? You were out for a good 5-10 minutes.
Oh wow.
That explains why I was stiff. Yep, I'm fine. Just had to go on a excursion to find a thing.
Oh, okay.
Don't question it, please, because I have no other way to explain it.
Well, Tyron and Dennis are helping your barbarian friend hook the oxen up.
What's your guys' names?
Well, yeah, I'm Havis. That's Tyron, and
Oh,
that's,
she gave you your names back.
Holy shit, you're right.
She gave us some. I'm Havis. That's Tyron, the Tyrant, and that's Dennis. Wait, and you see him reach up, and the brand is gone.
She just wanted
So that
to fuck
wasn't a
with you
slip
with
up, that
that
was on purpose.
last.
And that was on
Oh,
purpose.
okay, I was like, I wasn't sure.
So that last little
I know
bit
all
of him running in was just a final fuck you from her.
Yeah,
Alright, so have
because they
fulfilled their contract because technically she
They
has seen
were-
us there now.
They were meant, their contracts were to guide Alice and her and those that traveled with her to the location of this entity. And you were shown the location. And they guided you partly the way.
Alright. Pack everything you need, get your family, and go.
Of course, we will, do we have any coin? I mean, you hear, this point you hear the door open and Strider comes out. As he walks up to you, looks directly at you, by the way, and he goes, be careful the magic you play with, lad. That, even I felt that.
Yeah, I got that
Show us a
message.
bit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna show him the map too. So, good news, bad news. This is where that gate is. And then runs his finger over to the house. But someone over here is watching it. And it's the same person who wanted her to show up. Her to show up and talk to her. To it. Them. Naramore.
You're dealing with, if the Naramore is anything like the stories, guard yourself and everything about you.
Quoth the owl in Naramore.
I wish I could feel fey things.
I'm going to
Call
call the.
them out. Be glad you can't.
So,
Hold on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, with that being said, and knowing how they, should we have code names? Just like this random thought, should we have code names?
You already have a
It's little
code
too
name.
late.
Oh boy.
I win. All right, let's go. What are we calling everybody else?
As your Strider just turns and looks at Havis, goes, tell you what, lad, technically last night you did help out. I mean, you were a very integral part of that plan. As you see him reach into a pouch on the side, he pulls out 6 platinum coins. Hands it to the kid. Goes, son, a life of crime, a life of murder is no life at all. Yes, sir, I understand that now. Take friends, head back to the crossing, find horses by year, and go. Yes, sir, thank you, of course. Best of luck to you and yours. As he kind of turns before looking at the 6 of you, goes, I'm sorry we didn't meet under the best of circumstances. If you're ever north of the spines, you find yourself in Eldridge, stop in at the Dancing Bull. That's my mom's tavern. She owns it. You'll be welcome there. I'm heading there as soon as I can.
Dancing ball?
Dancing boar.
Boar.
Dancing balls.
The town of Eldritch. It's north of the Screaming Pass and this Shattered Spine Mountains.
I'm going to go over there and speak to the three of them. The three of you have been given a new lease on life as of today. But your past, and I'm going to point to the tattoos on their hand. As long as you bear that mark, your past will be able to come back to you. I'll give you the option now. You can choose the flame or you can choose the blade. To have that removed right now.
Almost regular. The three of them come look at each other. Two of them take off the gloves they're wearing. Havis is not wearing any gloves. You see them look. Burn it! See, they each of them hold their hand out.
Leather strap. You know the drill.
Takes it and bites in the strap.
And I'll turn the flames on for my greatsword.
As you press it against there, it takes about 10-15 seconds to completely burn and char that top layer of skin away. As they pull back, it's just black soot. And you see them each kind of interned. Thank you.
Cure wounds. Cure wounds.
Yeah, I was gonna say pulling out the stuff to make like little salves for them so they can take care of it.
It's like,
Put the sword away.
Thank you. If there's anything we can ever do for you,
burnt people.
just if in Eldritch is where you'll find us. Tyrant just comes loose and goes. I never thought that beating that thing would have turned out anything except death and madness. But especially after what you did to Laura.
Wait a second. What is it called?
What's what called?
What is the Narramore? What else can you tell us about it now? You're not controlled by it. You are free.
The Narramore, we showed up. I mean, look, I'll admit, we saw an aged lady. We thought a quick payday. Rory, he was always been overeager. He always wanted to be part of the code. Always wanted to be a sell sword, be a cutthroat. He made a move against her. I want to say we surprised her when we snuck up on her, but it was almost like she was expecting us. She was very pleasant, smiling, wasn't afraid at all. And Rorik threatened her, and she laughed at him. Well, then Rorik's always been a hothead. He tried to stab her, and then it was just a pile.
Viscera, ash, clothes.
Does he really need to relive that?
It could be the information we need to keep us alive, to keep her alive.
The best, as you see him trying to focus, and it's Havis who finishes. The best way I can explain what happened to him is he was turned into string. It's like every part of him, the bone, the sinew, the skin, the muscle, was just a pile on the floor.
Unwound.
He was it's like she unwound him, yes.
Thinking back on what she was stitching together, what did it look like?
Booties.
Roll me an insight.
Just little peach emojis. Oh no, you said booties like the shoes.
Yes, like the little booties.
I think of like little booty.
She is stitching asses.
It's a 14 insight.
14 insight, okay. You focus and you think back.
That was Michelle, not even Nar.
You remember her stitching this large, like bleached white needle, and the thread wasn't thread; it was sinew, it was flesh, and she looked like she was weaving some. On 14, it looked like a piece of cloth, or you remember it was folded over like a blanket or some or a cloak or something.
I thought it was a granny square.
So it looked like a typical crochet type sewing
Yes.
folding thing. That's the best
Yeah.
I can get. All right.
But you remember the needle she was using? These like one was this like just bleached white bone, and the one kind of hanging attached to it was this almost like dark red yellow needle.
What's wrong, Archie?
I think she was stitching him into a thing. What kind of thing? I don't know. But he was stitching him into a thing.
I guess. Are you
Actually,
all still
you got
outside?
a question. You with the bone spikes. Know anybody else who uses that kind of stuff for any weird things?
Well,
Like white or like red and yellow ones?
since as far as I know, growing up, I'm the only one that can do
Or
what I
metal
do.
ones.
No, I haven't met anyone else like me.
Well, I didn't know. I know it's not the. It's technically it's the next logical jump. You're the only other person he knows that uses bone for things.
Hear any of them hear her? No.
Like, okay, so you guys went outside. I guess I've stepped outside and overheard some of this.
Of course, it's Dennis.
Dennis?
He as
Christ on a stick, it would be.
that's what I was thinking. As you're sitting, he goes as he walks up and goes, I heard her say something as we went to leave. She had just given us our brands and sent us to go find you, ma'am. As we were leaving, she was gathering. Well, she was picking up. Well, she said that she needed a new blanket for her bed.
I put my notes in here.
Okay, I'm gonna go over to the wagon now.
Yeah, that might be for the best.
You three be safe.
Yeah, you.
Thank you. We will.
All aboard!
We have a long walk ahead of us, and we're not going back north for some time. I need to kind of turn and start. The flame still flicker, now much lower though, still flickering in the well.
I'm gonna get up into the wagon.
I'm gonna sit on top of the wagon to keep away from everybody for now.
She had 2 needles?
She had 2 needles. One that was kind of laid there, and looked like she was working on the other. It was sort of like a crochet.
Oh, okay. One is bleach white, one is
Yellow and red.
Yellow. One is new bone, one is aged bone.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yellow.
Yeah, little. So as you all begin pulling into into your wagon, Strider and Serena kind of come out of the building to the edge of it. Strider is going to hand a water skin to you. It goes, this should be useful for you. It's ever-filling water skin. It'll never run out of water, so you should be okay with that. You should never have need of thirst.
Thank you.
About
I'm staying over here by the cart.
I'm by the wagon, so.
Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. I'll hold on to it.
I didn't want to accidentally lose it, even with my bag.
There.
Steve.
No, Darwin.
uh,
Darwin is the bag of holding. Steve is the bag of devouring.
Serena kind of walks up, like you see her pat Fluff, and then Dove kind of leans his head over, shoots up and scratches his nose. She goes, thank you for helping us. I hope to see you all soon. Strider's told me that you're going to find a way to get me to my family.
I'm gonna go over and kneel down in front of her. We will make sure you get home.
Thank you, ma'am, but that's not my home.
Well, as long as it's with family. Even though it might not be family that you know very well. But it'll be safer than here. Safer from them.
So you're gonna lean in. Matt, will you make me a promise?
I can try.
The people who did what they did, not only to my parents, but to my friends, the villagers. You killed them.
We'll see what we can do.
Thank you.
Just offer a hug.
She just, there's a moment of hesitation before she just like wraps her arms around you. There's a quiet sort of sob before you hear it kind of compose herself.
You are a strong girl.
Strider said I had to be.
Sometimes it's okay not to be.
Just an arm reaches out.
Handkerchief.
Just she reaches up and takes
It's okay not to be, but right now is a good time to
You
be.
don't want to use that. The hand just shows up in the corner of the screen. Slowly back off camera.
I'm sorry.
Keep that close to you, just in case. And also, make trouble for him. It'll be fun.
I can do that. You see her look at you, her hand goes to the scarf she's wearing, just kind of nods and smiles. So she goes and stands next to Strider. You see you hear the sound like wings and as the red board, the shadows are kind of.
We give her one of our scarves. Oh.
I'm not wearing my scarf.
Oh.
She would be safer not being able to be seen.
By the way, just to give you an idea of what Strider's level is, his drake is a large creature and has wings.
He's up there.
So his drake lands beside him.
14, 15 at least.
So you see as he kind of waves to you as Serena, again, just kind of holding on to the scarf, looking at each of you, she just smiles and waves.
So is it a... I forget how the definition of drake is in D&D.
Smaller than a dragon, larger than a horse.
Yeah.
Okay. Because like there's drakes that are wingless, right?
That's
That's
what.
what. Well,
Oh, I'm sorry, drakes
Wyverns
are
are four-limbed
yes,
creatures
yes.
that have 2 wings, 2 legs.
There are guard drakes don't have the wings, but
And Dragonelle, well, no, that was our version of Dragonelle. Never mind.
technically
And then there's
Drake Wardens, the
W-Y-R-N.
drakes they summon are technically natural entities, so they can give them wings and such. But your average drake does not have wings.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Like they in Kralot, where he's from, they have what are called riding drakes. They're just like the size of horses, just
Yeah.
drakes.
Because like on the Wednesday game, I'm like, big puppers.
Yeah.
And I'm just making sure.
Yes, this is relatively the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, but
They
alright.
slowly get bigger.
Yeah. So with that, who's driving this? Who's driving this?
Not
Alright.
me.
Okay.
Uh,
I guess Maura
driving
would,
this
but she's not here.
flying umbrella.
Morwen's back asleep. She's not feeling very well. Dorman.
You had
Marvin
the
must be
best
close.
nature or whatever we were using.
He's part
Let's
bear.
see. Looking at my skills.
Make me a
I've
trouble.
got an 8 survival. I have a
That's
5
not good.
animal handling.
That's not part of him?
3.
3 on a travel check.
Huh.
Oh no.
Neat style.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And
Kool-Aid man.
Unless you want to give me advantage for being friends with Fluff and Dove.
You know what? Right now, because you dealt with the main danger in this area, I'll give you advantage on it. Yeah.
11.
Just okay. You just barely passed the luck. Okay. So, the 3 hour tour.
3 hour tour.
The 3 hour cart ride to the windmill is completely uneventful.
I think she's homesick. The second time that she slept through the day?
Depends how long this drive would be. 3 hours.
About 3 hours.
I think it's just a cat thing.
Sorry, no. Correct. You are riding, so it's about an hour and a half ride.
It must be a cat thing. They two are more nocturnal.
As you approach, everyone roll me a perception check. There were dwarves in here; they have advantage.
Does that count? Did I roll
It's a
my
natural
D20?
one. I'm not paying attention.
Also a natural one.
passive. You're too busy driving.
This is an active perception.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
6.
6.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yay.
You also on top of the
What'd you
wagon.
get, Drax?
Yeah, I am sitting here just like
I'm gonna
Archimedes.
miss the-
I'm the old-fashioned version of the radar, just sitting here going.
Ping. His back and head bouncing back and forth.
The windmill, is that in Pitchmore? Or
Ping.
is-
No, the windmill is just to the. It's technically still part of Treesborg, but it's just to the north of the main part of the village.
I'm gonna miss those coteries.
If it matters, that makes it a 24.
Okay, that's fine. You will notice that even though it is faded with age and dirtied, and there's vines and trellis crawling over this, the stone that was made to build this windmill is not from this local area. It's almost like a form of alabaster or marble. It's just like thick, with a bit of cleaning, this like vibrant white stone. You hear some dogs in the distance running around.
You just had to pick alabaster, didn't you? Hope you're watching, David.
He knows what it is.
He may not know much, but he knows what alabaster is.
Isn't that the stone that like the white pipes are made of? Or no? Or is it something else?
It is white stone.
Yeah.
It's,
Anyway.
it's kind of akin to a marble almost when
Yeah.
you look at it. Okay, so dirty and weathered a little bit, but still mostly pristine and a non-local
the
stone.
main frame itself, it is a wooden frame. You can see a lot of the walls, which the low-bearing walls, a lot of them are alabaster. Or the stone wall, rather.
Hey, Miss Alice, quick question. Where's the closest place to find alabaster? As the more local, she would be more likely to know.
Make me a wisdom check.
Okay.
Are thou wise?
Please be your area. That'd just be funny to me.
Dirty 20?
There was a small alabaster quarry in Orholm. Because of its connection to so many of the mountains in the Broken Spine, there was a lot of different ores, stones, and materials that would show up. There, you do know of a closer area. In fact, you know of it and were told of it. In the Shattered Spine near the Clutch, there was an alabaster quarry that was used by the dwarves and Doragar under the control of Oprek. The city was called Eborgata, but no one knows where the city is. It's the hidden city of the dwarves and Doragar.
How do I spell it?
Eburgata,
I mean,
Eborgata.
there's that one, and then there's the one in
Eburgata.
Orphan.
Hey, Eborgata,
But that one would be closer.
of dwarves and Doragar.
Would either of those?
Of door?
Doragar.
Probably the closer one,
D-U-E
considering the time frame and
R-G-A-R.
the alliances.
G.
A-R. The Dark Dwarves. The
Okay.
Dwager, I
Yeah.
want to say.
And this is she remembers an alabaster quarry in the Clutch.
You actually would also have heard about the Eborgata and all that. It's, oh wow, Nara, your backstory is going to come in handy when she mentions that. So,
Ebergot. I hate Dwarvish. Yes, thank you.
you remember that your master, sometime back, was in a meeting with an emissary from Eborgata about like mining rights and quarries. They wanted to trade with Eborgata, but for some reason this emissary refused to tell them the location. Like there was, and not long after this is when your master Korgrit set out to Brackish Bay to speak with someone.
So Korgrik was in a meeting with about Ebergon from rights, but the person, the
Well,
original meeting.
So the meeting with about training for stone and stuff, that went fine. The council asked Eborgata they needed help of a military nature,
Okay.
and that was the part when the emissary went, no, we do not interfere in the affairs of the upper world. we keep to ourselves.
I forgot it needs military help.
No, the clutch needs military help.
Oh, clutch.
That was what Master Korg specifically asked
Yeah, it
about.
needs. Yeah.
And then it was not long after that meeting that he gathered you up and took you down to Brackish Bay.
And Ebergata said no help.
Ebrigada said we are not sending any sort of military help to you.
Yeah.
Does any of that help with
Yeah, I was like.
our decoding of your
Yeah.
notes?
No, I appreciate the lore for me, but like, I'm trying to think of like what my character would say basically. Yeah, that's a town, kind of where near I live. There's a lot of mining, and dwarfs. They kind of keep to themselves. Yeah,
But it would
it's kind of odd it's here, but it's good quality as far as I know.
it makes sense. That was closer, and then them working with Black. I'm aware that's not his name. So.
Is there anything about
Mm-hmm.
trade with them or a time frame that correlates with the time frame for this
Yeah.
windmill
I'm taking all
and
the
that
notes out.
Yeah.
area?
You just see me
that we
like
just
take
said.
piles and piles
Just
of notes
pages.
out.
Does my character know anything about the stone having any special qualities?
And it is
Or-
translated, so you would be able to read it.
Now that you can see it, you're pretty sure that who the physical builders of this were probably either dwarf or Duergar. Which that in its own, the fact that whoever paid to have this built paid dwarves is they probably paid a king's ransom. Because to cart, move, craft, and shape stone above ground is very expensive.
So I guess I would say out loud like, if I remember.
No simple farming village.
Yeah, I was gonna say like,
But
This
we know it's
windmill-
a gift.
is it a gift?
Yeah,
But to who?
gift.
So, in our now running, like us splitting the stack
Yeah.
of notes, is there a time frame in the notes that correlates between Abogada and like any kind of purchase order, transportation order, anything like that correlates with the time frame for that was on the back of the picture?
The date on the back of the picture and the dates and the notes, everything being paid for. This windmill was built within the last years of the Age of Reconstruction, which is roughly 500 years before the current date.
Okay.
Because your current year is, I think it was 498 modern era. Let me jump back here to my beginning of my notes here.
We are at floors 86.
486 modern era, so a little over over 500 years ago. Right around the end of the Age of Reconstruction, which is the period between the fallen age and the modern age where everything is being fixed, rebuilt, that kind of stuff.
Okay. It is old.
It's very old, and that's why it's still standing, because one was built by dwarven smiths
Yeah.
and with stone. The only thing that's not stone is the actual center, like the turning radius of the windmill itself, that appears to be some sort of metal.
Okay.
The actual cloth and leather flaps of that would have been picked up by the wind have long since deteriorated and rotted away, but the frame is still there.
But no interesting time frame pages.
It was the last thing that was written and bought before it began turning into a codex.
So this is the last regular page before it starts getting the weird stuff. Okay.
Before everything needs to be decrypted.
Okay then.
Ebergata's in
Near the
which spire?
All they know is it is located somewhere in the Shattered Spire Mountain. Shattered
Oh,
Spine
okay.
Mountain.
Broken Spine.
Yeah. The mountain range, yeah.
The Broken Spine.
Broken Spine Mountain, yeah.
Well, I guess hop down and go take a look.
Take the papers.
So from your vantage point, you do see that the front entrance is facing towards you. There is a set of double doors that are still sealed. They look to be very aged, but they're still standing. You can tell this is where these doors are big enough to open to let carts come in and pick up grain and such before that way it's easier to get to it. There is the main front door. So you have the way it's set up is there is a smaller sort of square block portion, then the larger portion next to it where the actual mill itself comes out of. You get a sense that this front portion may be like offices, maybe a living attachment to it, and the biggest part is where the actual milling and grinding took place.
Thinking back on the picture, did it seem to have a bigger focus on any one particular side or section of the... Actually, thinking about it, the way... As he's kind of thinking about this, he kind of looks around, goes up to try and see where the swamp lines up, where the bay would have been.
Roll me either intelligence or wisdom.
That owl boy is smart.
Most people do, apparently. So, check, save, how are we doing that one?
Check.
Check. It's going to be a 13.
Okay. You on a 13, as you alight to the top of this windmill, your mind thinks back to the painting. You remember the shadow being casted. The shadow was pointing in a westerly direction, meaning that the painting was painted with the sun toward the eastern part of the sky. On a 13, you're able to remember the correct angle of and it's not lined up perfectly right now. You would have to adjust the angle of the arms.
So the fan itself would have to be adjusted.
Yes.
Who's up for a dumb idea?
What you got in mind?
Well, we either need to go inside and turn it, or we go outside and turn it.
I'm not going to lie. I took the idea from this. I took the idea for this directly from National Treasure with the Ben Franklin.
Oh my god!
The certain time on the back. Of the
I
hot
barely
dog.
remember. Is there a way for me to pull one of the wings?
You can get up there and try. It's going to be a massive strength check.
Oh. Is there
Let's see
anything
what he's
hindering
looking at.
inside from it moving? Like, is
You
there
don't know you
anything?
haven't been inside yet.
Oh,
we haven't.
okay.
That's the worry. Is it's a dumb idea
Sure.
to try and do this from the outside. We also don't know if it's a dumb idea to try and open the door because it is sealed. How's it sealed?
Same way as the last door we found that had this guy's stuff with it?
No.
Okay,
There are
good.
large, 8x8 timbers that are covering both, one long enough to cover both the two doors, and
Ergo
one
paid
covering
for
the
them, though, right?
other door.
He made the blueprints.
He made the blueprints for it.
No, you was told, thank you for the gift. He did pay
Oh,
for
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Back in the
Yeah.
portrait. Yeah.
By the way, the fact that these doors are sealed with those meant that this was actually locked up. You can tell this was basically boarded up as they were leaving the city.
Now the question is keep something out or keep something in?
I'm gonna go start removing the boards.
Roll me a strength check.
There are windows.
They are shuttered from the inside again. They kind of being shuttered.
I'm gonna use inspiration.
All right.
That is not better. I think I have another inspiration. I'm gonna rage. How about
Okay.
Just get mad at it.
That was stupid.
It's gonna be 17.
As you step up and grab this 8x8 beam, it is old and there is some give to it. But if I said treated pine, that old treated lumber that we have around here,
Oh.
that stuff that lasts forever, and if you get on your hands, you're going to itch like fire.
Yeah.
That part you have to worry about. Essentially, what this is, it takes some effort as you go to pick.
Also makes it heavy as
Yeah.
hell.
It takes you some time. If you're able to do it, it's almost a full minute of just lifting up on this bar before finally able to throw it off.
You got this.
Prestidigitation.
Take
You're welcome.
Door is there and appears to be unbarred.
Cleaned your hands. It looks
Check
sticky.
the doorknob.
It is locked. Make a check.
So you want to know the fun thing about artificers? Proficiency in thieves tools. What do I add to the roll? Just the proficiency?
Well, because you're an artificer, you're not doing this off of the dexterity of the dexterity. You're doing it off of your knowledge of mechanics. So add your wisdom modifier with proficiency.
Or intelligence.
Or intelligence. Sorry, intelligence. Yeah.
21.
I keep forgetting artificers are intelligence casters.
They were the only other intelligence casters.
21. You
I don't even have to get down to do this. I'm already the right side. Hey.
you're able to unlock with no problem.
Gotta step away from the door.
While I'm there, can I see, like, when we talk keyhole, are we talking old, like, skeleton keyhole? That then.
No, a simple like tooth key with there is no the back part is it's a piece of metal. There's no like there's a backing to it.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Not something I can look through either.
Yeah.
That's what I was making sure of. All right. Who wants to go in first? And TikTok's down again. All right. Should we just leave that?
Leave
Yeah,
that
well-
for
We'll worry about it later.
Okay.
I'll pull out a sword,
All right.
get it ready, turn the flame on.
Roll me an intelligence check there, Norman.
Yep. 7.
Cool. You light up your flame tongue. Did you see Archimedes?
He's just standing in front of you doing this. He is between you and the door. No. 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 Put it away.
Back up the wagon as far away
Why?
from the door as possible.
So, Dorman, do you remember when Nemo shot at the rat in the sewers?
No.
And I made the big puff of flour, and it made a big, nice boom.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Why would that happen in the windmill?
Because it's not a windmill, it is a mill. That is where they made grain. You are talking about locked in thousands of years of dust and flour and
Centuries,
whatever.
but,
Yeah.
Shut up, Metaraven. It doesn't matter to him. It doesn't matter to him. He doesn't know better. And I, personally, like all my feathers on me and all my limbs attached, and to be standing and not flying through the air, not of my own volition.
Out of game, it'd probably be the safest not to introduce fire near this area, yeah. Though I don't know if the fuel of that energy is still viable, but still.
And we don't even know.
Yeah.
We're also talking about, as sealed and heavily shut as this thing is, there could be gases, like what happened last night, that could ignite. Fire is our last resort right now. You can hit, if there's something, you can hit it with the stick, or you can bring it outside and then hit it with the fire. But you do not take the fire stick inside.
You see it cut to like Nar just like trying to take like some fire like on a torch. Like I wanted to take a hint from the last battle. Like, oh.
For the record,
I will take full
We
responsibility.
we won the last battle because of fire.
Holding up, just an armful of pitch of shop rags. I know. But I like my feathers attached. And I don't like looking like a grilled chicken.
While they're arguing.
So
Go in.
Norman's gonna lower the sword point and say, then you should stand over there.
All right, so
Or
Alice,
just
Draxus,
not.
and Dar step through the. They open the door.
Go
and
around
step
the
in.
two arguers and just go in.
Just take my little scarf to go like this.
That's probably a better idea.
As you step in, you are assaulted by a smell of like not mold because the stone keeps the majority of the moisture out, but you smell old grain and flour, and just enough of the pressure of the door opening. You do see of it kind of aerialize.
Just a bit of a sneezing fit.
See what
Drax
I
is
mean?
covering his drying board nose.
No. Put it away. You can hit things with it later, not right now.
Can I use my arms to like whirlwind like?
Oh,
Even if it doesn't actually work.
You can certainly
I
try.
just want to.
So I also want to point this
Got
out
a
for the
bugbear
people
airbender
watching.
over here.
Because the Birdman is
Yeah.
busy right now. I want to like.
I also want to point this out that this argument is between someone 6, 7 foot tall.
No,
No.
I'm a
It's a
wood elf.
wood elf.
I'm
Yeah,
like
Wood elf.
6 foot tall.
5'8".
Oh, 5'8".
About 5'8".
So
5'9", yeah.
and someone about half your size. So this is the actual vertices.
By the way, Ricky, had you walked in with the ignited flame tongue, I would have had you roll me a luck roll.
Nah.
Had you failed it, it would have been a fireball go off.
Thank you, Archie.
You're not welcome now.
However, because that was amazing, round for everyone, take a point of his
Yay!
That was all beautiful, well done, and well done. I love that.
Where's my pen?
I'm gonna go look around.
And the
see if I
fact
can
that
find
every
stuff.
step of the way he just dumbed it down, stop, no.
So, you step into this first area. It is, in fact, you see like a small little like stone desk, ancient papers that have like long since decayed and curled up, and you cannot read anything on them. On the far side, there is a door that stands partially open, and through it you can see the remnants of an old bed. It's like the living area. And then past that is this large open archway where you see the mechanism of the mill of itself, of the big, massive grind wheel. Stone beams connecting up to a central part that, as the mechanism above it turns, would actually spin the wheel, which converts horizontal to vertical movement, and then the grindstone itself power.
Is there a lot of cobwebs?
There are a fair amount of cobwebs. You see, and also like piles of old bags of flour and grains.
Which I imagine is kind of. How long do they keep? I think they should keep hundreds of years. Unless it's like no moisture.
Yeah, it'd have to be no moisture.
There is
basically.
very little moisture in here. Like the stone, the stone is fitted and beamed together so tightly that.
But there's also a wood part above. Right? You said that. Because it's not all stone.
Well, when it comes to storing flour, you've got to think of moisture. You've got to think of bugs. Because
Yeah.
this stone may keep the moisture out. It didn't keep the bugs out.
It's. I wouldn't eat it.
No.
I'm just curious. I just like trying to
I
visualize.
would like to
Sure.
look around at the desk.
Okay.
what?
Roll me
These.
a perception check.
The disc,
These.
the milling
We
stone.
found our new
I
scout.
want to use that inspiration that
Okay.
you gave.
These.
It's not, that's
The milling stone.
that's
Is what we're
slightly.
talking about.
Yeah, the
Okay.
giant millstone.
10.
10.
It was a 1.
That one.
Yeah.
You can't see
No.
anything.
It was
As
a
you
10.
as you get close to it, you're like
I
just like
used
starts.
my inspiration on that one.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Bless you.
Oh, okay.
Bless you. I
So, yeah.
swear to God, if you sneeze anymore, I'll go hit you. Bless you.
Yeah, so yeah, you're able to see anything.
Get 3
Everyone else like roll a
blessings.
perception check on the mechanism itself.
Jesus Christ. That's
No drawers.
a good old 5.
16.
16.
19.
See,
Luckily other people got better
2.
scores.
2.
6. So
Yeah.
Okay.
It's stone.
Yes, your shield.
So that's even better. I got 23.
Okay.
It's stone. It's
So,
little dust.
Archimedes and Draxus, as the two of you kind of begin to inspect this large wheel, you see that on the secondary, the actual like grinding where the wheel moves along, there are tick marks every so often. You're going to recognize that this is to mark this. They almost resemble like a sundial, like a clock. And in fact, as you look at the main axle holding the actual grindstone, the millstone, you can see that on that axle there is a indicator that as this moves around, it would mark the hour of the day.
So how was it you were wanting this to point?
With the roll you made earlier,
Quadratic
your
equations.
intelligence, it looked to be at roughly around between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Let's start at 8 and slowly move it towards 9 till it gets in the right spot.
Right.
how do we do that?
Oh, we got the tick marks.
I mean, how do we move?
You can push it. You can pull it.
Yeah, there is.
bop
You do see
it.
So okay, so the way this is set up is the main axle, like you have it comes down, and there the axle that holds the millstone. There is a part that sticks out in case there's no wind or nothing to push the. You can actually either attach an ox, or a couple people can get on the side and begin to manually move it. So who wants to take a turn at the stone?
Who wants to
I'll
tune in the
volunteer.
barbarian this shit?
I volunteer as Twibby.
It's about how it's
You're
going.
like Whistle the Rat and Muppet Treasure Island.
that was my thought too.
Are you? I
I'm
imagine,
going
I
as fast
imagine
as
you're
I can.
flying, trying to use air pressure to push, and it's just like no.
So I assume Dorman. Who else is going to give a hand? Okay. Because there are two of you, each make your strength check with advantage.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the bedroom.
You don't have to do that anymore. That's not your job.
Strength check.
Strength check.
So if it's a check, it's a 19.
19, 12.
What?
You still both beat the combined DC of 30.
Okay.
So the two of you,
Barely.
it takes a moment, but you kind of bugbear. Said barely. You hear kind of a
Barely.
noise
Barely.
as you're able to start moving the grindstone around. Having to make
Our
nearly
bear towers come up. I'm sorry.
having to make nearly the full rotation before getting to the mark on the 8 and 9. Archimedes, as you're looking up, you see that as the stone moves, there are almost like reflectors in because it kind of the top of this moves up before the actual cylinder of the axle comes out. They're like reflectors and different colored discs set in the top that just kind of
Mummy!
set there to be sort of like aesthetically pleasing. But as they move around, you see the lenses pass over each other at certain points and change colors and of the two lenses. When you get to 8, you can see that there are several of these lenses put together. This is, I'm going to say within the hour and a half, you're actually about, currently in the world, between 8 and 9 o'clock. Sunlight is passing through one of those, between two of the lenses, and you see it casting a bright display of color on the back on a bare wall, like little dots and things. When you get that one point, you tell them to stop.
We'll go over there. You say it's a blank wall, but it's gonna kind of.
Curve.
He's gonna run his hand over it, see if there's any kind of indentions, anything he can feel.
Roll me a perception check with advantage.
Please be better than that.
What do the dots look like?
It's like that, essentially. It's just a light being cast through a
It's 14.
14. As you're kind of running over the dust and age, your hand does brush against something kind of rigid. You start moving and brushing. And you can see its words.
I'm surprised you didn't
Like
use your
archaeology,
Yeah.
just sitting there going,
wing. Why didn't you use your wing?
because too much pressure and it might actually rub the word away.
It just like spits in his hands.
I've done my fair share.
As you clean everything, majority of the wall is taken up in this this like kind of curved style of writing in common, and underneath the censor is where the light, this like prismatic light show is. In common, it reads, "Light will chase away all shadows and reveal all hidden things."
Chase away all shadows and
Reveal all hidden things.
all hidden things in common.
Yes.
And is there a period at the end, or is there dot by dot?
That's just a period.
So,
Okay.
where
No, it's one of these modern
specifically?
texts that only ever use non-punctuatory
So-
sentences.
So are the
Sentences.
so from the way you described the lenses, are they all kind of like combined into one over this, or are they like color?
No, the colors of the lights are actually underneath it, but still kind of grouped together as the words are sort of branched off over the top of it.
Okay. So it's not like individual colors under specific
Oh,
letters
sorry.
or something.
It is kind of like it is. There is like a little sign for the person who was said by Ursula. It's the author that strikes you is that instead of being centered on the wall, this saying is kind of on the upper part of this blank wall.
Down in the bedroom.
There was nothing in it.
Uncomfortable
Okay,
looking
quick
bed.
question.
Let's get
What's the page number of the delivery? Which is the last page that is not codexed.
God?
God, what's the page number
For what?
of the last page that is not codexed or the first page that is?
Oh, so what the last page of real stuff versus
Yeah.
encrypted stuff? It's going to be page 137.
Alright, so first page that has something on it.
Yeah.
My bears, please. Change the clock to 1:38.
You're talking about the Orcum Phallicicula?
No, the ledger. that we
It's the thought process is
The Urgo's
if
ledger.
we change it to the time
Yes.
Yeah, the-
associated with the page number, that might be that's my intelligence.
I will
working.
let you know out of game. I just pulled that number out of the air.
Oh,
Oh,
never
why did you
mind.
say
We
that?
know.
You asked a question.
No,
We
I just
know
said
where
in
you
the
pulled it
sense
out
that you
of.
meant to-
In other words, the relevance is none.
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 Alright. That's why I said using my intelligence, not Archimedes'. Because that was
Just
my
a little
first.
spot on the ground and sit down and start pulling papers out.
Wait.
Papers.
If he puts the page into the light, there's nothing.
No, when you put the page in the lights fall on very specific numbers. Those numbers add up to 12.
I agree.
And then the next page she hands him.
The numbers add up to 3. I will say that as you continue this, you will get the ones where the lights, occasionally in some papers they don't have anything on it.
It's nothing there.
You'll get a total of 12 numbers ranging between 1 and 12 in a certain sequence. I'm not going to sit and actually come up with the sequence for it because it's just, you're on the right track. You're closing in on it.
And so, the numbers per page, it's a sequence between 1 and 12. Sequence is relevant. Is the error if we reorder it into the 1 through 12 using the pages as sequence, does that give us anything or any thoughts based on the error or changed information on them?
It does not.
I have a thought, but it's more of a Jeff thought.
Go
Fine.
for it.
Feel-
Go for it.
Go ahead.
You have
Go ahead,
the
Drake.
pages in order, the numbers 1 through 12 in order. We have a mill that's marked for the hours of the day. Are there combination locks in this world?
Yes, there are.
Follow the combination. Right to 2 o'clock,
So,
left to 6 o'clock.
does anything indicate which way we should start?
No,
Because
mine wouldn't
locks
have
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I know
that's good
certain
now.
locks, it does affect which way you start.
You remember I'm going to say that they had to push, there's only one direction that they could have pushed that.
Okay.
Stuff.
So
So
we're gonna
So
just
we
have
put
to
it back in
stop
order.
purposefully at
Certain
this
spots.
time,
certain points.
and we'll
in
make
this
sure if
sequence.
there's any kind of light or anything
12
specific.
hours in a day, yeah.
I'm not gonna make you roll for this, but as you begin to do this, once you make that first rotation and stop, you hear a thunk for a moment, and then as you go to push again, it can't be pushed until you pull backwards.
Which shouldn't normally be happening.
Correct. Now as you pull the mill back
So
around,
then it-
essentially yes, it is for inspiration. Here it's a giant turn dial. Click, click, click.
I'm
Click.
scared.
Thank you, Draxus. It was actually quite helpful.
Puzzles.
Didn't even think about combinations locks.
As you reach the
I know you're going for like National Treasure kind of like, or it seemed like National Treasure kind of
It's
Nick
funny because
Cage.
he's not ever seen
I
it.
have never
Yeah, I've
seen the
never seen
movie.
Really?
Yes,
Wow. It's a National Treasure.
You poor soul.
it's debatable.
I mean, they're arguably the last good movies
It
that
has
Nick
Nicolas
Cage did.
Cage, and he's a
I don't know the one with him and
Treasure.
Big on Moscow. Haven't seen that one.
that
yet.
one's
I'll
not
What,
watch it.
Renfield? I like Renfield.
Wait,
No.
go ahead.
Renfield.
All right,
All right, so
combination. As we go to the final one.
So, by the way, the entire time you're moving this, the frame above you is also moving back and forward. The various lights are actually shining back and forward.
You work your delts.
I know, this is it.
As you hit the last number, there is a loud gong.
That doesn't sound good.
Alice, as you were been kind of watching the light show dance back and forth, you finally realize that it's tracing out an arcane pattern. As it passes over that wall over and over, backwards and forwards, as it hit that last boom, an arcane glyph flares into existence on that wall.
Just
Why are you backing away?
Just move that way.
Back up to the wall?
No. Step off to the side. I don't know what this is gonna be.
Oh shit.
This is like
Watch.
I'm gonna just push you back.
Watch as the room brightens and then the wall behind it seems to turn almost to water as it slowly opens up into a space. That's an outside wall. It's about 2.5, 3 foot thick. The small space that you said it opens up in the wall, it's more like 4 or 5 feet thick, like 5 feet deep. A little small alcove just seems to appear in the wall itself. And standing there, I say standing, appears to be a skeletal figure made out of pure gold. On its right side, a golden angel wing. On its left side, a demonic bat wing. Half of a halo, half of a demonic horn. And it is standing there doing this motion. Its head kind of bowed in a silent prayer.
Alice, the door you saw had 2 things, right?
Yes.
Okay then, we didn't open a door. Good. I don't
This-
think.
The thing we find is this
stupid and
an image, a
It
statue.
appears to be a statue.
Oh, okay.
How tall?
About 5 foot tall. The alcove is about 5 foot deep, about 6 feet tall, about 3 foot wide.
Anything on the statue look out of place?
The way it's holding its hands, you can tell there's something almost like a bit of golden chain hiding behind the hands. It's like it's cupping and holding something close to its chest.
But is there, if you like move around to the side, is there enough gap to see in there, or is it like
Clutch.
up against
It's
the
kind of
chest?
like this. You would,
Touch it?
you can walk over and look, but you have to approach the statue. Like you have to.
I'll do it.
Okay.
You
Dorman.
sure about that, Norman?
Let him do it. He tried to blow us up.
Sure about everything that I do.
All right.
He does not lack for confidence.
As you approach the statue, you're told you can look down into where the hands are cupped. But aside from a small golden chain, it's almost like there's just a blackness, a void in between their hands. But there is enough space for you to reach your hand into that.
Be careful.
I want to, if I grab the hands from the outside, right? So if the hands is like
Yeah.
this, right? So I want to grab it like this
Okay.
and see if I can pull down.
As you wrap your hand over the edge of theirs, your finger brushes against something like metallic and spindly inside that void. Like whatever that object, they're holding an object here, and it's big enough that you can feel it. When you kind of this would be like any give when you try to pull down the arms.
Okay. When you say spindly, does it feel sharp?
It does have some edges to it, yes.
Do I feel like it's moving? Or
it's
is
not
it
moving,
sitting
it's
still?
stationary.
Any Lady of Rose's tinglings?
Roll me a wisdom check. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Roll me a charisma check.
The fuck is my charisma again?
Your guess is as good as mine on that one.
Whoa.
Look, I can give you all the lore you could ever
Rose's
ask
thing
for.
is, I'm kind of like, is that someone just like giving him a head massage?
Just
Like, what?
to be sure.
Yeah.
22?
I'll let you do your thing first.
As you turn and see this figure, you get a sense of hopefulness. Like, yes, go, take it, yes. Faith. A leap of faith.
I will follow the whispers.
Wait, is this their patron?
This is her patron. There's this
Ah.
sort of feeling
She's
of
told.
you get a sense it's not just you, but like you are all on the right path. Like somebody. Yeah. So what are you doing, Drexus?
I am going to
Just come up behind
cast Beacon of Hope.
Okay.
Bestows hope and vitality. Choose any number of creatures within range. Everybody. Everybody. Because it's a 30-foot range. For the duration, each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws and regains maximum number of hit points possible from any healing.
Sweet.
Okay.
Just
The chain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab the chain.
Okay.
Like, is it loose like a chain, or is it?
It's kind of loose. Like it's just kind of hanging against his hands. Like whatever this is sitting inside the chain is laid over.
What is it with a mage hand?
with this hand. Which you already know what this hand was.
Yes.
Just go.
So you're gonna reach into it.
Yes.
When
You
you
just see
do,
the hand.
when you do that, Alice, this hand, the hand of the angel grabs you, grabs your wrist. Dorman, the hand of the demon, of the devil, the demon, grabs yours, and you two are suddenly teleported to a bright, open, just space.
Why is everything so bright?
And this figure standing there, its eyes now open, deep pools of crimson and gold staring at the two of you. As the voice, you hear this like booming voice of hope and life and death and corruption go. It stirs. He which was put away by both gods and those who would seek to take their power. His binds loosen. Its prison will break. Mortals quake. Gods fear. Demons die. The Dark One which dwells no more. He is awake. And it's released before your very eyes. Now back in the alcove, the statue seems to just fall to dust and ash in front of you. And you are holding, it looks like it's like several golden squares overlayered together in this sort of like repeating symbol that it just seems to hum with power.
Did you see that?
What did we see?
I did.
The two of you saw a flash. Saw a flash of bright light, and then the statue just disintegrate.
Okay. You guys okay?
You broke it.
Did it look like this?
You see it?
That's the orbo?
I don't remember what it's called.
Ouroboros?
No.
No, it did not look like the casket.
Okay.
I mean, it's essentially
Weird guy panicked, saying that the creature is awake. That's behind the door. Doors, sir?
similar to that. I'll give a better description of them. I'll give a picture of them. Just like several like lines that connect.
Yeah.
Probably we went a little bit because we started a little bit late. A little bit over.
Yeah.
Okay.
You might want to give a better explanation.
Like, what just happened? Are you guys okay? Really? Like,
Fine.
No, I'm fine. It's weird, but you know.
Try to reiterate what we just heard in the very aggressive tone, but less aggressive sounding.
Alice, as you're looking at this thing, kind of moving back and forth, you notice that in the light, there are certain parts where just the light bleeds through the squares. There are other parts where the light seems to stop, or is almost like a lens in a different color. But you can see there's no glass or anything. Just like whatever is in the various parts of these squares is shifting the light.
Look at one of the pieces of paper through it.
There are several arcane runes written within and underneath the handwriting that you were unable to see before.
Hey, Owlboy. I'll kneel down and point the thing to the paper.
What languages do you read, Owlboy?
The owl boy.
Common, Dwarvish, Giant, Goblin, Primordial, Sylvan. Whoo! This is the old shit.
Why do I see you pushing your feathers back?
So, as you look at it, the first page, it begins. The runes begin right after that. The page about the windmill stops, and the jargon, everything else begins. It reads, "Ye who bear the cryptex, you read my final thoughts and warnings. Behold, within these pages, you will find either your doom or your salvation."
Cryptex?
You hold the cryptex.
Cryptex.
Yes, cryptex.
Time to reboot.
Form of inspiration.
Creepy.
Oh man.
So,
Yeah, I need them.
do you mind if I write in the margins of these things?
I mean, I have more paper if you
As
want more
he's-
paper.
Yeah, I
Well, I mean, do we want them to correlate to the same page or just
It's up to
one set and one the other? Well, technically, you were the one that did all the effort to start this, so I don't want to ruin it if that's the case.
Doesn't bother me any. Technically, it's herbalist.
He's gonna start doing the same thing she did, just basically sitting here transcribing what's being said in there.
What you were reading is a history of Corsia before the history of Corsia. Long before the gods arrived on Zindris. Long before the usurpers sought to take their power.
I can't spell.
Zindris was created and ruled, you could call it, by a race known as the Elevar. Eluvar.
Eluvar?
Yes.
Okay.
They were beings of void. They were beings of void. They were beings of concepts. They had form, they had no form. Essentially, the laws that govern reality did not apply to them before. They were there before the laws. When the gods stepped out of the void, these entities saw that their time had ended and knew that for the betterment, unintentional, that for the bettering of the world and reality, they willingly left. They foresaw the coming of the gods, and they left. Well, almost all of them did. One remained. His name is not recorded, for his name is not known. It could be he exists before names existed, before names were a thing. He is simply known as the Devourer.
No. Apparently, hungry. Yes.
Yes.
Apparently, hungry elder god is trying to wake up.
As
is awake.
you're reading
He is
this,
awake.
you see that as you're reading this, you see that as you're reading the cryptex over, it's like the writing is fading out, and you realize that time, light. There are only certain times of day and certain positions where various information can be given to you through this cryptex.
No. Well, yes, I know what I'm going to be doing for the next couple days.
Every time you take a long rest, you will make me an intelligence roll. The higher the roll, the more information you are garnered. On a natural 20, you'll get something special.
Okay.
But you are now in possession of Erglo's cryptex. By the way, from what you could tell, this roughly 100 pages of this book are encoded.
So how much would you say we got through in our... Oh, no, we figured this out.
The beginning of the history, about no more than 10 pages.
Okay.
Who has the Keyblade?
I do.
Four.
I was going to say Lucifer.
Yeah. You mean this one?
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna look at it and compare it to the cryptex. Is it similar metals or no?
No, different metals.
Okay.
Different metals.
Hey, but see if anything on the tower, on the windmill is made of the same stuff.
I'll do that.
Because that's the only other metal. He made a point of pointing out his metal. It might be worth looking at.
Roll me. This is interesting. I'm telling you, whatever you think you would use to investigate, it could be investigation, survival, nature, whatever you think would be you would use here to try to figure this out. Comparing the metals.
Could I assist?
Huh? Yes, you could. You can give advantage on the roll.
I help. I help.
Now another thing I gotta keep track of. 100 pages total. 10 pages done.
So wrote that down for you just in case.
I think I would use athletics to figure it out.
Gonna lift Alice up and hold her around.
No, actually athletics, because then being able to reach and find specific spots.
You
like
know what?
knock in the
Sure,
middle.
I'll let it happen.
Okay.
Go for
Give
it.
it that one.
I'll take it. That's no good. 17.
17. The metals are similar in the way that iron and steel are similar. What you have in the blade is a very purified form of the base metal that this frame is made from. Now the frame is much newer. Not the entire frame is made of this metal, but the various the rigging of itself is what is made of this metal. The actual cylindrical part is just appears to be basic steel. But the parts that actually hold pressure and move with the wind, they are much lighter and much more flexible as the metal of this knife is.
Didn't you say that there were dwarves and Durgar near where you grew up? Nar?
I'm sorry, I'm right on this. Go ahead.
Did you say that there were dwarves and Durdar near where you grew up?
Near the area, yeah. In Abragada. Likely the same place where the stones come from.
How far away is that from here?
Well, it's about.
But it's
In
It's
time,
it's about unknown because it does know we do not know where
No
it
one
is.
knows.
It is hidden.
However,
You skip
well,
that.
okay. So I correct myself. It's a city that few people know. It's hidden, but as far as most people know, it is within the Broken Spine Mountains, which also includes the clutch where I'm from.
okay.
Very beautiful place too.
Which Broken Spine Mountains from here is about.
From here to the nearest point of the Broken Spine Mountain Range, be about a little over a week's travel on horse.
Okay.
Yeah.
It kind of like sits at the middle angular point, of course.
Okay, why did you ask about the dwarves again? I'm sorry, I must have missed
Metal.
something.
The middle of the
Okay.
Or the middle of the blade.
the blade, yeah.
The blade.
The
The key blade.
We could also take it to the.
It's shaped as a key.
no. It was the metal that was part of the key itself.
Oh,
it was a part of
we
something
got
else.
The
Part of
security
the
box.
knife,
Okay.
yeah.
So Miss
No,
It's part.
no, we can take it to the clutch to see if somebody might know. You and I both know where the clutch is at,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. We can.
It's just another point of interest
The thing is,
on our journey.
won't we be going to visit the Nevermore first?
It's on the way.
Oh.
Well, she's on the way. They are on the way. Whatever it
baby's
is
on the
on
way.
the way.
I would say dear old Granny. He was like, no, that's not that. We can't call her that.
I'm just gonna put the blade back in.
still
It's
think we need
minty
code
black.
names.
You have one, Owlboy.
What do you want to be called?
What do you want to call me?
Well, what did the peanut gallery say?
The most common name I'd heard in the gays was Mummy.
You know what? It's 9:15. With Mummy, we're going to end here for the evening.
Really?
I was gonna say I have one thought process.
All right, we'll finish with
I
your
got a
thought
question.
process. Go ahead.
Can I roll, now that we brought this back out again, can I roll to see, because you made a point of referencing the sword, what it looked like that Strider has. Is it the same kind of material and maybe even the same looking writing on it
As to what the blade?
as the blade that we have with that king from the key and stuff?
I will let you know it is.
No? Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that, because that was a thought process that hit me.
Well, not everybody at the piercing gaze called me mommy.
So with that, we went into the evening.
None.
I apologize to those of you that are watching on TikTok. I don't know what's going on. Why it kept kicking me off for my activity. There were multiple people. Or
Streaming on data.
Huh?
Streaming on data. It happens.
Okay, that's
It just happens sometimes.
We will figure out how to make it work better.
all right. We also believe we figured out what the issue with the original camera was, which is fine. This week I'll pick up another one of these, and we can have a battle cam, or a micro one of those, make it a little bit easier. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us this evening. Remember, we will not be here next week because most of us will be in Lafayette at Louisiana Comic Con. Stop by, see us. We're going to be in the top part of the Cajun Dome. Thank you. Let's call it that again. We'll be in the gumbo. No, we'll be in the north part.
We'll be in the gumbo bowl.
We'll be in the top part of the Cajun
Be
Dome.
the scrimps.
Stop by and see Night Raid at Heroes Haven. I'll be running D&D games along with another Dungeon Master, John Ford.
Our tech goblin will be there.
Our tech goblin will
This
be
one
there.
here. Hopefully some
Cosplaying
y'all-
Charlie from Has-Been Hotel, I believe,
Yeah.
and
And Sand from Princess Mononoke.
San from Princess Mononoke, one of my favorite
Cool.
characters.
I'll also be
Uh,
Vaggie on Sunday.
And we will have Night Raid being Vaggie.
She's my girlfriend.
My girlfriend.
Friend. We're girlfriends.
Well, anybody have anything else before we sign off for tonight?
watch our past stuff so you can get ahead of the game.
Yeah.
And always be aware of your surroundings before you walk around with an open flame.
Smart
I can't
advice.
wait for fireside chat, guys.
So yeah, with that, we will say good night once more, and as always, be good to each other. We only get one shot.